Alright, we're recording and live.
Okay.
Wow, the real double whammy. Okay.
So last session, 2 whole weeks ago, the gang went back to Serranos to allow for Caius to reassess their approach to the bog. While they were there, one of the guards questioned Zaxxas about his relationship with Fodiami, and then he questioned Kulan about the Feywild. And after the interviews, he took the gang to see someone who identified themselves as Finn, the werewolf that was still alive after your encounter at Horse and Apples, the cidery on the outskirts of town. He demanded food and then gave very vague answers to the gang. Party then left the military headquarters and decided to try to locate the shield, like the phalanx of Date, and petition V and or Trev to get a quick teleport to Ablosos, where they know it is headed to. And that's pretty much everything that happened last session.
Yeah, you left out the angering an elder god part. We gotta fight God.
Wait, what?
I mean,
I wasn't there.
It wasn't real, Tom. It didn't happen.
but yeah, Finn was more willing to talk with Zaxxas than the rest of you, and he revealed that he had the green marks along his abdomen instead of his arm, and they were hidden by a shirt. But he was given a little bit of information and helped you out as much as he felt comfortable. So, you guys ended going to sleep, I believe, and you said you would go and talk to V or Trev in the morning if you can get to him.
Why is
Okay.
my thing
Let's
doing
go.
the thing it was
Rise
doing?
and shine. It's a beautiful day.
Ew.
Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up.
Get no sleep because of ya.
Y'all not gonna sleep because of me.
All right. So you. Oh, hold on. Let me drag you all to.
Y'all.
Y'all, where are we going?
To Serranos.
Oh,
Man, we
I'm
forgot
so
to drag
tuned
me.
in.
You've already been dragged.
Yeah, Fodiami, man. Don't you remember?
So I think you guys slept at Horn Pub, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we went back
Fairly
to
certain.
The
Yeah.
only classy place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as one does.
Every time.
I
Every
told
time.
that. It's a place I'd take my mom.
Yeah. It's a lovely place.
Oh my god.
I take my little sister here, yeah. Great.
Oh goodness. You killed God for like half a second. So you guys know where Casco, the grand the grand opening date pending, is actually a short little walk from Horn Pub. So you
Are
guys
we-
go in there.
It's around the block.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
yeah,
go.
Let's go talk to our favorite fucking party boy.
You guys make
The
your way
one
down.
that drugged us.
You guys make your way down the major road separating the administration district and the trades district, and it's pretty busy because people are going to work, shops are starting to open, all that jazz. And, you get there, and the doors are still locked and closed at this Castco future location. So are you guys gonna?
Casco future location.
Yeah, the grand opening date pending.
Gonna just give the front door a little.
Is
And you
there-
hear behind you, You're a bit early to be knocking, don't you think? Ugh. And you turn around and see that V is sleepy-eyed and holding a key in his hand.
Oh, believe me, I'm just as sleepy-eyed.
I feel you, tall man. Oh God. So
Sounds like he's got a
what's
bit
the
of
pleasure?
morning voice going on.
Yeah. Whew. So pleasure to see you. How can I help you out? Hold on. Let me through. And he kind of scooches his way through and unlocks the door.
Okay, okay.
Lets you into the
know.
dark and dingy room.
I'm still looking at Horn Pop. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Horn Pop from across the street.
Yeah.
Uh,
He
we were
lets you guys
hoping
in.
for a ride back to Palmas.
We're going to I'm okay with that.
You're going to Palmas? Alright, well, I should be done training Trev by the end of the day. Um but man, where is he? Did you guys see him?
Sure
He told me he'd be
didn't.
here early.
He's a slice you can't miss, though.
Have I seen Trev?
No, you didn't, Trev. And he's
Small
like, so
lad.
why are you guys going back to Palmas?
I thought we agreed on chasing the shield, but I'm fine with whatever.
I mean, it's been like 2 days, and it's like,
Yeah,
how long did the captain say?
how'd that go, by the way? I don't think I heard about that.
A lot of bad stuff.
Well, how about you tell me about that then? Cause got my coffee here, and he holds out his hand, and then a mug just kind of appears into it, and he starts drinking.
Oh, aren't you lucky then?
I'd like to hear a story. I helped get you the shield, so what happened?
Sif can tell stories.
Can Sif tell stories? I might need some coffee if I'm telling a story.
Sorry, only stored enough for one this morning.
I have a coffee thing, but I don't have any hot water on me, so.
Like,
Wait,
cool.
you still
And he-
have those beans?
Oh
turns
yeah,
to-
I sure do.
He turns to Kulon and says, "Darling, what happened with the shield?"
Okay, first off, we're gonna cut that shit out. I ain't your
Oh?
darling anymore.
Have I offended you? I am so sorry.
No,
it's
no,
like,
no. I'm going to greener pastures, so don't worry about it.
Oh.
I'd
that
like to see
like-
those greens.
Is that like
Yeah, I bet
horse and
you would.
apple? Greener pastures?
Yeah, you caught me, so. Horse and apples. The only place I could find.
Welcome to Greener Pastures, Palmis's premier meadery.
They got that A5 Wagyu.
Oh man, this is like getting called on by teacher. Okay. Let's see. What happened? Well, I
This
won't
one
name
heard
names.
a voice in her head.
We are not naming names.
I am.
But someone heard a voice.
it was me.
Well,
That's
there's
fine.
your name.
I won't judge.
It's because I was carrying the shield. Basically, I heard a voice in my head to go to the horse and apples. I did. Ambushed because I did a dumb thing. I
There's
realized
werewolves.
that.
Like
Oh
the
yeah,
one-
there's werewolves.
Lycanthropes.
Well, yeah.
Lycanthropes, they're
Here?
not just werewolves.
Oh
Like-
yeah, but no, they took the shield because they thought it was a real thing, and they're heading to Blussov. I don't know how long it takes to get there, but that was 2 days ago.
And
Takes 2
they're
weeks to
working
get
for
those looks.
Fodeame.
It's a tree.
Well, can't say I didn't expect some of it, but it's good to have it confirmed.
I'm
Do you
sorry,
know
what were you
who
not
in a-
expecting?
No, I figured that it had something to do with the nasty, evil bog thing that's kind of looming around all of our cities. But
Know
But-
about?
Ablosos. No, I didn't know about Ablosos.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it was
we
headed.
didn't either.
It was heading that direction, and I tried my best to find it. And while I was, divining, everyone just kind of watched as an invisible man ran around with our shield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
that's
pretty fun.
definitely what happened.
Okay.
Hey,
Well-
can't we just tell Baroff about what we're gonna go do and warn him about stuff,
I figure
and
it
then
is
we can
only.
just go east?
We can't tell V to do that. We can ask.
No,
V?
I was just gonna
please.
tell V.
Just grab him by the collars and shake him. Listen here, you fucking nerd.
Yes, Kulan.
Would you mind so terribly to do us a tiny little messenger favor?
Well, that depends on how out of the way I'm put. But
Just need to tell Baroff something.
oh, of course, I'd love to talk with him.
Alright,
That was
Kai?
in game.
what are we gonna
Let
tell
me
Baroff?
begin.
What would we be telling Bearoff? Well,
That the
what are we
decoy
gonna tell
shield was,
Bearoff?
decoy
The
shield was
fake sh-
taken,
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
and
the
it's
decoy.
only a matter of time before the real shield or they realize it's not the real shield.
Yes, listen to Sif.
So watch your back, Baroff. is basically what we want to tell him.
Whoa. Keep an
And-
eye out
Okay.
for lycanthropes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I can pass that on. It's information he'd definitely want to hear. So, yeah, no, that really helps. So,
Hey,
did they say who they were, or why they were bringing the shield to Ablosos, or do you know if they were actually going to the city?
They
We know the caravan was.
they were hiding in a caravan that was
okay.
headed towards Ablosos.
and then one of the
Yes,
guards
that-
were all like, "Hey, we're gonna make sure no one leaves." Yada yada. They were quite rude, but they're also doing their job.
Yeah, can't really fault him.
We could try.
I can.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can
Let me
and
get
I
Gob.
will.
Let me have Gob for that.
And at this point, Trev tries to rattle the
Treving.
doorknob, and then you hear a frantic knocking. V, I'm so sorry, I'm a little late. Are you here? Oh,
Party animal
okay.
boys here.
And and then sure enough, V goes, "Yes, I'll be there in one moment. Just having my coffee."
I'll
Just gonna
gladly
make
go
him
get the
wait
door.
outside
No,
while you drink your coffee?
Can I go
No.
over and try and open the door for Trev?
yeah, you can.
Sweet.
That's so like.
That's
Hey,
such a boss thing to do, to
Just
just
open.
your employee wait.
Open the door. Say hi, Trev. Welcome
Oh.
home.
Oh, you much taller than I was expecting. I'm so sorry. Hi.
That's a compliment. Thank you.
Um,
V's drinking his coffee, being a
Mhm.
dick, but you know
So-
how
Is
it
he being a
is.
dick? I don't
Not
think-
really.
He's just being a corporate stooge.
He's doing a favor for us. I don't think he's being much of a dick.
At what cost?
I mean, he's a little snarky, but that's just par for the course.
Yeah, the snarky
Oh.
is.
I can get behind some snark.
Koi fish.
Koi.
So,
Yes!
I still have it.
are we doing some different training? Like, is it combat training? What's going on, V? And he goes, "Oh, no. It's I was just commissioned to do a small favor. They should be on their way relatively soon, but feel free to have a seat, relax for a little bit." He goes, okay, and he kind of climbs on one of the windowsills that's not boarded up from the inside, and sits there swinging his feet for a little while.
Hey, God, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have my exhaustion point? Because sleeping?
You have no, you don't.
I
You
got rid of.
slept. Yeah, you slept the day. You slept as soon as you got home, or got to Serranos, which got rid of one of them, and then you went through the day with one exhaustion point, and then slept the night after you interrogated the werewolf.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so you're good.
Wait,
You're
let's
good
get
now.
disadvantage off, please.
Mhm.
Get it out!
And V kind of looks at you all and says, "So, are you still wanting to go to Pamis, or am I doing your job for you?"
You wouldn't happen to have a branch in Ablosos, would you?
Um, Blosos, I'm actually not certain. That city was not in my
Yeah,
jurisdiction.
that's-
So I have some friends in Blosos that I could probably get you to.
How so?
They probably
Well,
partied with them.
yes and no. I back whenever I was still in school,
Mm.
some of my friends went uh and decided to continue their pursuit of knowledge with the Church of Ayun. And there is a quite substantial branch there that I believe has a teleportation circle. Let me just make one little call real quick, and he opens up his little belt pouch and reaches a finger in there, two fingers in there, and pinches a stone and brings it out and goes, "Hey, does your office have a teleportation circle? And if it does, can you just go ahead and read me off the sequence real quick for me?"
It's up, down, down, left, BA, start.
Select start. Come
Oh,
on.
all right. Okay. Yep, you're good. Do you do you still want to go there?
How long is the travel to Ablosos from here? Do you know?
2
I mean,
weeks.
it's been a while
2
since I've had to
weeks.
walk it, but
2 weeks?
it
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Well, we don't. I guess we should head to Ablosos, and then
You
if
could
they're not
probably
there, we could
scope it out a bit.
retrace our steps.
I want to recheck my facts real quick, B. I feel as though I'm already correct, but Ablosos is towards the east, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's over by the border.
Cool. Kai's gonna reach out to Kulon with her bear paw
Oh,
and
he
just
takes
hold
it.
his hand. Sweet.
So you don't need my services anymore, I take it?
Guess not right now.
I mean, at least you're offering money because I'm broke, but no.
All right. Well, it's probably for the best. I only have one. I only have enough material for one teleport. So
That doesn't make me anxious.
Everybody standing in a circle, join hands and sing Kumbaya. And we'll be in a Blossos in 3, 2.
I mean, it would only take me a minute if you guys would I've already given you all some items. And materials cost about 50 gold every time I do the spell. So
Oh,
if you guys were willing to help me foot that bill, I'd love to help you out, but until then, I've only got one trip for one enough material for my trip home.
well.
Hmm.
Kai looks at the entire party other than Kulon because we're the baroque group, we're the baroque
Yep.
duo over here.
Yep.
Now, I may just be a salesman, but I know that that's a 5 gold expense for 5 of you.
As I was about to say, I will toss him 5 gold.
Yeah.
Boop. Mark that off.
I will also
To save you
toss
about
him
2
5
weeks
gold.
and the cost of rental for horses and wagons and stuff. So
And the
I mean, we could
headache of
technically
being
just
in
walk.
nature.
There's no headache in being nature, really.
So it's been 2 days since the guy left, right? And
Mhm.
if we walked, it would take us 2 days to get there, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, right? Whatever. So they'd have a 2-day head start, and I figure that's probably not a good idea.
Well, I mean, if you're willing to pay for me and Kulon, then I think we'll just walk, you know? I only have 2 silver. Don't look at me.
I have nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting in 5 gold.
I mean, there
Yeah.
are 5 of us that have gold.
Yeah, I put in 5
A
gold. so
7.
that's-
This is a 7-person party.
I know, it's just, I don't want to take any of your money. I've already done that with Saxus.
Wait,
We're more
we
than ready
only
to take money when it took your hammer, or went to get your hammer.
we only need to give a total of 25.
He's splitting the bill.
Oh, wait.
A total of 50.
Oh, you did it 5 per person, so I assumed
Yeah,
he's splitting
5.
the bill.
5 per person. So yeah, 50 gold. Yeah. Okay.
5 times 5 is
Yep.
25.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine with that.
He's okay.
Oh, okay, then I'll give him 5 gold.
All right, sweet.
Let's see.
Anything else? It's 15. If I'm counting correctly. Yep, 15.
I already said I gave my 5 gold like 3
Oh,
times, God.
Then that's 20. Okay.
Were you muted?
No,
No, he
people
said it.
No, no one,
listen to
no
me.
one listened.
There was just a
I
lot of
literally didn't
I
hear
heard
your
you. It's
voice.
okay.
I also heard you, Indy.
Elusive, do you
Elusive,
have
are
any money?
your
Yeah,
coffers feeling extra light
I
today?
have money. I already subtracted it. So.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. Well, I know a guy here in town who I think he owes me a little bit of a favor, so I think I have enough leeway to make this work. So, all right. I'll be if you want to, hang out with Trev, feel free. If not,
Oh, gladly.
All right.
I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
and he heads out.
I wanna. No.
Trev's just
Do
over
it.
there in the corner, just
Kicking his feet.
Can I go with him?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's gonna trail behind.
Like a lost dog.
I was literally about to say like a lost puppy, but go off. I don't like it when we share the same thoughts.
I'd be like
Um,
that sometimes.
So, anyone wanting to talk with Trev or talk amongst your group, before we cut off to Kulon and V?
I just want to check up on how Trev's training is going, because I'm rooting for him.
I mean, it's going okay. I mean, I'm learning a lot of different stuff. He's lending me books every now and then so that I can read up on principles of magic, and it's just really cool. There's a whole lot of stuff out there.
I'm really there was a specific thing I wanted to check in on, and I just
Oh, yeah?
remembered it, but I don't remember specifics because I don't think I wrote them down.
Right.
So I'm just not going to.
All right.
I just have the vivid imagery of Trev using my back as like a fucking clipboard to scroll down notes from like the first or second session.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what that was.
Oh, wait, let me see if I still have them real quick. Let me see.
I was just gonna
What was
ask
that?
if he ever figured out that spell or whatever it was. Was it invisibility? It wasn't invisibility, was it?
I can't remember. I've learned so many spells recently. My brain hurts a little bit, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I feel. You're
Alright.
doing good.
Well, would Kulon like this conversation to go on in private or no?
Oh, Kai's is Kuhan.
Slightly private, yeah.
Okay. I'll,
Oh,
Ba-doom.
With
Ba-doom.
D&D Beyond, you keep
The-
yeah. It's like that fucking vine.
Da-da-da-da.
So
What
how's
have y'all
everyone
been up to
doing?
today? Well, we're both gonna ask the same question at the same time.
I'm looking for Steve's background in the custom backgrounds.
I was
Steve?
working on my campaign.
Oh, let me
Oh.
fill out my character sheet.
I also have both of my player session zeros figured out.
You do? Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
I finished them last night. Literally, Shay's was the easiest though, because it was like, okay.
Because you already knew Shay's characters.
Yours was pretty
Mostly.
easy too, once you told me about
I feel bad because like Gob is particularly quiet and she usually carries some conversations, so there's been some awkward silences.
There sure has.
But Gob is being angsty right now, so
Is Gob
oh my
okay?
God.
Does Gob want another lemon square?
She's
more.
got her headphones in and
Yeah.
is listening to My Chemical Romance.
Alright,
That's
Gob.
exactly what's going on.
and there's some Blink 182 in the shuffle list there.
I just.
She's
Who
got
wants
her e-pod.
Who wants their morning lemon square? It's breakfast.
And if you're offering, I could definitely go for a lemon square.
Here you go, Sif.
Every time I think of Applebee's, I think of the time I ate 3 chicken tender baskets.
That's a lot
Jesus
of chicken tender
Christ, that's
biscuits.
so many tendies!
Sean, I felt like I wasn't eating anything. I literally didn't feel it.
You know what I really want from Applebee's? That fucking that mac and cheese they have that has bacon and tendies in it.
What? There's mac and cheese with bacon and tendies?
Okay, gotta go to Applebee's now. Never knew that was a thing.
Yeah, session's canceled. I gotta go to Apple Babble.
I'm getting Indy and we're going for our date.
Finally, you kept me waiting for so long.
Let's see. Pasta. Do they have it online on their menu? 4 cheese mac and cheese with honey pepper chicken tenders.
Oh my god.
Oh, that sounds. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alignment.
That's 2 of my
Yeah,
favorite
good.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Honey
Chicken
and pepper.
Proficiency.
Yep, honey and pepper, my 2 favorite foods. I love the crunch.
Drizzle some honey on a bell pepper and munch.
I knew a
Hey
girl.
Sonic, what languages do you speak?
I know halfling, common. Wait, are you talking about in this campaign or in
No,
the
no,
other one?
the other one.
Okay, halfling, common, Sylvan, primordial, and then I haven't decided on the other one.
Okay, I'll put Draconic then, since I don't think I heard that.
I knew a girl in my high school. She was super into powerlifting, and like her lunch consisted of not raw tuna, but like tuna straight out of the can with bell peppers and honey.
Oh.
Raw tuna.
She just pulls out a whole skipjack tuna and begins deboning it at the lunch table.
She also ate in the art room as well, so you know there's a little bit of paint in there probably.
That's where I would have eaten. I think I've eaten in the art room before, actually.
I have to.
Yeah, me too. It was either the art or the theater room. Like, forget the lunchroom. You think I want to be in there?
It's too loud.
It's too loud.
I just go to the library most of the time. They allow food in there. So.
The library.
The library.
Wait, they let you eat in the library?
Yeah, my librarian let us do that. She's like,
They're not supposed to, but she just does anyway.
yeah, I feel that.
My librarian was a bitch.
That's
Mine
usually
were
the
all
case.
small ladies.
Small ladies.
Small lady?
We had a small lady last year, but she died.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Pretty sure my librarian.
She was like 92.
Just so casually, yeah, she's dead now.
I killed her. It was me.
Oh, damn! Coming back to the library to eat lunch.
I mean, there were 2 librarians last year. The small lady was one of them.
2 go and
One come out. I think one of my librarians died too when I was in high school.
Okay, whose librarian hasn't died in high school?
She wasn't even old. She was like 32, I think.
None of my librarians have died.
as far as you know.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
I've
God.
seen them all.
Wait, why do you still see
Unless you've
them?
like, I don't know, they come into my work. They're people.
Oh.
They shop.
They're people
I
too,
work
son.
retail.
I remember one time I met my school nurse, like, after I left the train station in a town I didn't live in, and I was like, hello? What are you doing here? It was so weird.
You know,
Like, you just on the side of a street, going somewhere you don't know, and then you just see someone, you school nurse.
walking fast, faces pass. I'm walking faster.
I liked going to Walmart and seeing my shitty principal.
Why
His
do...
name was Dr. Mayo, so you can
Did you
understand
know
Oh.
the
that if
bullying
you
he went through.
did you know if you see your principal outside of school, you're legally allowed to call him a bitch?
Yes.
Dr. Mayo. What
His
the
last
fuck?
name was Mayo, and he was
Was-
this jock white dude, but he wasn't like big buff. He was kind of skinny buff, and he was bald, and he was super white. Everyone made fun of
Oh,
him.
so he
Constantly.
definitely said slurs.
He definitely said slurs.
Oh, what? I'm lost. I wasn't listening.
I just want chicken tenders now because of Sean.
Honestly, me too.
What
I
level
want
are we starting? One?
Yeah, you're starting a level
Yeah.
1, please.
Okay. Cool.
Elmo's World.
Elmo's World. I'm gonna include Elmo in the campaign.
Do I get all these features? That's so many for a background.
Elmo's World. Elmo's World. This is a long conversation.
I mean, who knows what they're talking about?
I don't know.
It's the good thing I have stuff to do while I wait.
Oopsies. That's a racial feat. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that's a racist feat.
I mean, there are those too.
There are those.
No! No racist.
if you really want one.
No!
I see an elf, I say a slur.
Oh my god.
You gain a +5 bonus to your wisdom, perception, and investigation. Oh.
Oh.
A
Oh.
fancy.
I feel like this is not the correct thing, but okay.
Oh, that's why my fucking investigation is 10. That makes sense. I was looking at this character sheet. I was like, how the hell do I have 10 intelligence? Whew. Okay.
Wow, you're so smart, Shay.
Perception.
Can somebody take me to Chick-fil-A? That's what I really want. I want a
Mm.
spicy chicken sandwich and some boneless nuggets.
Do nuggets normally have bones
I mean,
for
not the
you?
boneless nuggets, the grilled nuggets. I'm not all here tonight.
I want some
I am-
boneless nuggies.
Just don't put them shits in my pizza.
Oh my god.
I'm just so hungry now, and I haven't eaten except breakfast.
If the pizza doesn't have bone on it,
Then what's the
I-
fucking problem?
Also haven't
it's
eaten.
boneless.
I'm about to go take the car and go get some food.
Position of privilege.
I am so sad that I woke up at 2 p.m. today and
Oh.
wasn't able to react to Indy's campaign posting.
Are you guys
Well,
ready
see,
for sync
what had
ASMR?
happened was, at like midnight, somehow the two chuckle fucks in this chat convinced me to run a campaign. So now they're both playing 2 characters, and it's just them.
Wait, what?
You heard me. You've heard what I've said.
2 people are going to have conversations as 4 people to a singular
Are
god.
you guys gonna stream this? Because
I mean, you can come watch and stream it if you want. You can be an NPC.
NPC gang rise up.
Oh man, I could post that we can have guests though.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. Where's the D&D server?
I'll be right back. Taking forever.
Just, it's so funny.
I'm so glad We get to play 2 people. That's all I've ever wanted in D&D campaign.
Just you.
All right.
Oh, Dom
She
left.
overshot.
Yeah, Dom left.
To go get food
So-
because you. Oof.
While you were gone, we talked about Applebee's 4-cheese mac and cheese with honey pepper chicken tenders.
Sif
It's so
also had a
hungry.
lemon square.
I
Sif
also had a
posting
lemon
is
square.
right there.
I know.
But you're Sif.
I know.
Okay. Well,
I'm a trickery cleric. Not
Kulon,
bound by rules.
Kulon drags Kai out of the room immediately whenever V leaves, and they come back about 10 minutes later.
I
Fun.
can't believe that was a real-time conversation.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So V doesn't come back with them, but you both stroll back in, and Trev's telling, like, he's been talking about, like, and then we did this, and it was really crazy because he showed me this really cool book that whenever you, I mean,
I've
it
been
didn't do it for me,
listening, entirely enthralled.
He's just been telling about all the items that he's learned about from V. Whenever they're here, he'll go over the inventory in Castco, just kind of learn about stuff and what they look for and all that kind of stuff. So he was just telling you a little bit about concepts.
What merch will be available once Casco opens?
Pre-order now.
At Casco.com.
Hey, you're back.
All right.
Grab fucking water.
God, buffoon.
So it takes another 5-10 minutes before V returns.
Okay. I just needed to grab water. Sorry.
Theo, why are you scratching me?
I actually hear Theo, yeah.
Okay.
Sean,
okay,
I didn't
headphones are
bring
on.
in.
Okay, cool. So it takes about 5-10 minutes after Kai and Kulon get back before V returns, and he's holding a little tiny pouch of stuff, and then he's holding a little bundle of chalk in his other hand, and he goes, "Okay, well, Ablosos, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I guess that means that you've got to go to the Vagabond. All right. What was that? He said
The
it was.
vagabond?
Okay.
No, he said the bag of prawns.
And he sits down and he starts drawing the rather large circle with the elaborate chalks that he has purchased, and all the while on some of the runes he'll sprinkle some kind of dust that's in the bag. And he'll put that over the runes that he's scribing, and eventually, with Trev clearly watching intently.
I have a question.
Breaking the cardinal rule of alchemy. This is human transmutation.
Oh no.
Does he look very concentrated on that? Like he's just blocking everything else out, or?
Kind of. He's got the motions down, but he pauses every once in a while to like really concentrate and make sure that he's writing the right rune.
Okay. Can I ask him what the vagabond is? Like a hey V?
Oh, there's a huge temple. It's to Ayun. The astute vagabond Athenaeum is technically what it's called, but everyone just calls it the Vagabond. It's a big. I'd call it a temple, but it's more of a library.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot. They say it's a library. I haven't actually been in the back room. Restricted access. Kind of stingy about that kind of stuff, but it's fine. So here we go. Just one little. Last one was this. All right, cool. Yeah. Are you guys ready? I'll complete the circle when you are.
Wait, where are we going?
Ablosos.
Right.
Mhm.
Do I have a hood? or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me
Um,
too. I'm gonna put my hood up.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh, and I think I spent a little bit of Gob's money last session to purchase a very nice hood, a disguise, or was that
It
elusive?
was
It was
elusive.
elusive.
I bought a new hood for you, elusive.
Oh,
Good.
good. Better not have touched my money.
But
You
yeah, I
weren't
bought you
touching
a.
Boo-Boo the Fool.
I believe I bought the black hood.
Actually, you were gonna let Dom choose the color.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
like,
right.
it's just a cloak with a hood.
It was either a forest green, a brown, a dark gray, or a black.
Let's go with the dark gray.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
sweet.
All right. So you have a dark gray, pretty nice, but like matte finish. Like it's not a silk or anything like that. It's more like a wool hood, wool cotton blend, whatever you want it to be. But it was mostly there just to kind of hide your face a little bit whenever you went to Ablosos. So,
Yeah, put it on.
oh, hold on. So,
Actually, Kaya's not gonna put her hood on. She's gonna wait until she has to leave the building they spawn into.
Respawn timers, am I right, gamers?
now,
Yep.
he finishes up this last rune, completes the circle, and then he sprinkles the last little tiny bit of whatever dust he has in that pouch onto it, and he goes, "All right, well, it's only got a little bit of time, so you better hurry."
I'm going and I'm gone.
Time
Giving
to
Trav a pat on
go.
the shoulder, saying you're doing good, bud, and stepping on through the threshold.
All right. And as you're all walking out, Trev is just, "All right, have fun. See you later. Hope, yeah, come back and see me. I'll probably just be doing this shit." And yeah, as you step through, each of you just kind of pop into this actually kind of a dingy back room filled with dusty tomes and books and scrolls and that kind of stuff. And whenever you arrive, there's one person just kind of sitting there reading a book. He raises up his glasses and looks at you and goes, "Huh. So, you must be who V was talking about, huh?
That's us.
Come on. You're technically not supposed to be back here. Come on. All right, out the door. Right this way." And he's
Oh, Kaya's gonna
you know,
put her hood on then.
waving
What
his
can I
hand.
what can I see in the room before he ushers us out?
It's kind of dark, so
That's fair.
you just see the spines of a bunch of leather-bound tomes and unlabeled scrolls.
Ah, the nerd room.
Can I see any names?
Actually, no.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I don't.
They're all just leather-bound tomes, none of which have like the titles burned into the spine.
Your sugar
Oh.
daddy vision only gets you so far.
Kai has her hood up now when she heard you're not supposed to be back here. Like,
Actually, you do see a few of the covers because the shelves do end, but I'll say you find two or three. One of them is it's kind of a smaller book, and it says the makings of, or not the makings of, the contents of the Nine Hells is effectively what it says.
Fine.
Oh.
Make someone
oh,
feel that.
I'll take it.
And yeah, like the other two are like one's an anatomy book for giants. The other is reportedly a wizard's spell book.
Oh.
You don't recognize the name, but it's a pretty thick book. So,
Too much
Yeah.
question.
so you guys make it to this dingy little room and walk out of this, what is effectively a closet, and into a very tall room, like just this extremely large stone roof with very tinted glass for windows. Um, there's kind of a low yellow orangish light in the air from these windows, and it's you gather this is probably what they called the vagabond, the astute vagabond.
What?
The name.
What's on the walls?
Oh, what's on the walls? It's just kind of like a stained glass, or it looks like a stained glass, but on further inspection, it's actually extremely thin rock.
Oh,
Oh.
that's pretty.
Is
I would
there-
think that's kind of hard to do.
Are there
Well,
like?
craftsmanship.
Can we see anyone? And when we like walk out, and can we just like see anyone in general, in the general area?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few people roaming the several different layers of this library that you're in. The library itself has an open central area, but all of the walls are lined with bookshelves, going from the outer walls to the innermost areas, and um, and these bookshelves are kind of in a spiral pattern all the way to the center, where that central little opening, that little central open area is, where they probably have some kind of service or lecture or something like that. And then you see on the far side, there is a staircase that goes along the circular walls, um, to take you up to a different level, and that staircase just kind of keeps going in a full circle around the room. There are bookshelves lining the terraces. That's what they're called.
So, what did we? Are we supposed to like leave this place like right now?
Oh no, just the room. You just couldn't be back there. And he, as the last of you walk out of it, he closes it and then locks it twice. There's no, you're more than welcome to come here, but these rooms over here. There's unfortunately there are sensitive information in there, and it is our duty as the stewards of Ioun to share knowledge that should be shared, and to protect the public from knowledge that could, in the wrong hands, be dangerous. So you feel free to browse. These are all fantastic titles and tomes and information, but yeah, that back there, that's some nasty stuff. So
Great, not gonna go back there. Okay.
What? What could be so dangerous back there?
Oh, a lot of things. Taxes. Jesus.
So was that canon or?
No, it wasn't. Ah!
I mean, some information holds power, and that power in the wrong hands, or just if released to the public, can it would not benefit the majority of people, and therefore is deemed dangerous by the people who know it.
Let's hold a lot of knowledge and power. You gotta be careful with them sometimes.
You saw the size of that room. There's only 6 or 7 of these rooms. Look at this library.
I love the library. You have a very beautiful vagabond. Vagabond?
Yeah, I guess that's what they call it these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, how can I help you? And welcome. I forgot to do that. It's good to meet you.
Great to meet you. I actually don't think I caught your name, Mr.
That's because I didn't give it.
Exactly.
Francis.
That's canon.
Just hear Lily go, oh. meet you, Francis. I'm Kai. Lynn.
Kylan?
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. All right.
You didn't seem very sure about that. You want to give it another go?
I'm a mess. I'm so sorry. I can't. When I get nervous, I laugh a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if there's nothing else you want me to do, I'm actually in the middle of a really good story, so.
Oh,
gonna-
where you have a very lovely library. I do wish to explore, but if I wanted to leave, where would the exit way be?
Oh, you see right there, under the stairs. It's basically lines up right where the second level is with the stairs, and you just kind of go straight right there. It's directly on the opposite side.
Oh.
Great.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. Have
Yep.
fun reading your book.
Always do.
Great. Okay.
Mister,
Uh-huh.
do you have directions to the Cold Fire office?
The Hoodoo?
Okay, never mind then. Understandable.
Sorry.
Find it on my own, I guess.
What are you looking for, Half?
He's grumpy. Leave him alone.
Oh, I asked Half.
Half is the one who's grumpy. He's thinking.
Oh, panicking.
He's just gonna go to the exit.
Oh, well, later.
Sir Francis,
Yep.
are you the only one who, like, I guess you own the place, but do you have any, like, workers?
I don't own the place. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. Well, are there any employees here?
Yeah, hi. My name's Francis.
Yes, aside
I
from
love this man.
Francis.
I'm sorry when I was reading a sentence.
Cyrus,
Tall
I think
man.
we should just look on our own. Let the man read his book.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
it
he
was
could go
nice
that
to meet
Help! I
you.
far.
just missed whatever you said. Very,
Oh.
very tall person.
Dragonborn.
My name is Axis,
Oh,
and I was just asking if you had any other employees besides yourself.
Yes.
I think he's asking where they are. Where are they located?
Oh, well, one should be at the desk on the second floor. There's another one, probably just wrapping up a lecture in the center. There's another one on the third floor, and
Cool, there we go. Okay, let the man read his book.
Okay, thank you, Francis. I'll
Yeah,
be
no
on my
problem.
way.
Okay.
Oh god.
Francis.
This is a man.
Now is Francis like an old man or?
Yeah, he slides his feet when he walks.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my
That's-
god.
That's the age level that you're going for.
Oh, I used to do that, but I'm not old.
I do that now.
Like
Oh,
he does the very
I have
small
some
steps and
tradition.
shuffle. Just kind of
Oh
as he hobbles
no.
along.
2 hops of time.
Wow.
Anyways, okay.
So where did you guys want to go now?
I want.
Well, we
Should've-
got a week and some until the caravans get here.
We could just go explore the city and see what's here.
I think I want to explore the giant library a little bit.
And the party splits once again.
Well,
That's a lie.
Hello?
Guys, gonna
now
wait for
in
everyone to leave.
Ablosos.
Oh, this is so big.
I'm outside the library waiting for his access.
Okay. So you guys know where the library is now?
Oh, it's number 6.
It's big.
Oh wait, number 6. Are
I
we
She's
can't
honking.
find the 6. Oh, there she is.
The gray building. Sonic, your eyes. The colorblindness.
No, there's just a lot of buildings. I was looking for it.
Yeah, no. All of you can go first.
Uh, we could just come back later, Kai.
I mean,
We are gonna be here for a while.
I sadly understand that.
what's the
I
tea?
just want to explore a little bit, and then we can all meet back here in like what, an hour? Not an hour, but like
Run
3,
away.
2 maybe.
What are you, God?
Hmm?
What are you
Oh, sorry,
doing?
I was looking for something.
Did you not want to explore together? What?
I just want to stay here for a little bit and explore this, unless you're willing to stay here and explore with me and hear me rant about books and how much I love them.
No, thank you. That sounds boring. I'm gonna
Exactly.
go.
That's why I love golf.
Kai, I'd love to do that, but I'd rather just figure out where we are right now first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you go do that.
And I leave.
Scuttle the way.
Zaxxus, are you here outside? Where are you?
Uh,
I am also outside. What
I
is
left.
X?
Alright.
Insane.
Well, I'm on Zaxxus' shoulders now once you're outside.
my head is pointed
Where I
down.
belong.
Hood up, head down. All right.
Yeah. Really conspicuous, like.
So, what do you plan on doing on this fine, lovely day?
Following everyone else and not drawing any attention to myself.
Sounds like the best plan I've heard in a while.
Kai,
Considering how many times she's been arrested, it's understandable.
Oh my god.
Kai,
Yes?
if you want to come with me, I'm gonna check out the brothel and see who's in charge.
You know what? I think I will.
I'm sorry. Are you telling the party you're going to the brothel, or are you just leaving us?
Uh,
I think it's just,
I think we're
Elusive is
having
saying
their
this to
own
Kai right now.
conversation.
I'm just.
I mean,
talking to
Kulon's
Kai.
here too, but
Let's just assume that I'm near Kai.
Not in that way, Kai. I'm not going
oh,
to go.
I get that. But I've read a
Okay.
lot. Yeah.
Never mind.
I know I'm a lost hope, but I'll join you if you wish, if it makes you feel better. I can gladly take attention away from you.
Okay.
Or this dumb bottom over here could.
Well, I mean, if anyone else wants to come, you can ask. I don't know. Whatever. They can follow if they want.
Trying to decide if there's brothels in the Feywild. If I even know what that means.
If Kulon asks, I will try. But
I don't see any reason for us to split up yet.
After we visit your errand, I want to investigate this library. Yes.
Okay.
Cool, great. Let's go do your errand, Elusive. I hope nothing bad comes out of it.
Nothing bad ever happens in brothels.
Kulon is just staring at Kai weirdly, like, you good?
Huh?
I'll take
Huh?
this
What? I'm just gonna loosen my hand a little. I'm sorry, I was crushing it.
So is
Yeah,
everyone
that's-
coming to the brothel?
I am not going to the brothel.
Neither is God.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Ugh.
So Elusive is going to the brothel, and just to make sure I know exactly who. What's going on?
Kai, Kulon are following Elusive.
Okay. So, Elusive, you remember exactly where it is. It's kind of hard to forget something like that. you know that it's kind of by the barracks, the military district, because that's a lot of who they service.
I'm gonna take the back ways if possible, like alleys.
Okay.
Kai has her hood up, by the way. She's being incognito with elusive.
Okay.
Kulon's just walking around with a pig strapped to his back.
As it should.
As you're walking through, you smell the familiar smells, all the different varieties of food, and everything. It's to both of you. It's familiar.
Wait,
Um,
what?
Shut up, let's dumb.
It's familiar. As you wander through, you hear a bunch of the same calling. Just people shouting back and forth, advertising different little shops and everything. And you approach through the alleys, and it doesn't seem like much has changed. Some of the faces of the buildings have different names on them, but it's all still there. And elusive, you see it. It's still there. It's Elven Whispers, with all of its finery.
Elven Whispers.
I think it's just a name again. Don't worry about it. Sean, you better stop. If it's just following us and whistling. George.
Honestly, can I go in?
Yeah, I mean the doors are unlocked.
Around the backside or just like front entryway?
Wait, oh yeah, can I look? Thank you. Can I look for like a back?
Oh, yeah, there is a back way, but it's very locked.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean it's a brothel. It seems so. All right, gonna go in through the front.
Hey, elusive.
Yeah, you go through the front, and you open the door, and a wash of noise. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something before you open the door? Or she opened the door?
Yeah, I was gonna go. Hey, elusive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why do you want to go to this brothel exactly?
I mean,
It's just you've never
is
shown
there
interest.
somebody outside besides just us?
I mean, there are some people sitting on a bench on the opposite side of the street. There are several people walking in and out of the military district for whatever
But there's no
reasons
people
they have.
like immediate.
You don't see anybody on the outside of the building, but there are windows.
I'm here to kill someone.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay, wait, why? I don't think we should do this, please. I really don't think we should do that in here, please.
Why would you bring Kai for this?
Why would you bring
Yeah, good point. Where's that? Where's she?
I don't know.
Gal was on her way, mowing around town.
Elusive, I have to say something very urgent. Please do not get in trouble with the law in this town.
What are we, 3 for 3?
This is a very serious moment.
Yeah, I don't want to be arrested again.
I don't care about getting arrested, but in this town, law is strict, and I don't want something bad to happen to you because I care about you. I do, and I.
And how about we scope it out later and then catch him on his way home?
Yes.
Or when he's home.
Who are we killing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Did in character Colin ask that?
Yeah,
The guy
it's
who
very
wants to
much
do this?
like going to help, I guess.
What's his name?
I don't know yet.
Why?
Okay.
If you don't mind me asking, why do you want to kill him? Also, we can definitely scope this out at night. I mean, hey, if you want to kill him, then I guess it's a good reason, but I just wish I knew more details, you know?
Yeah.
Well.
And I'm gonna slowly, like, back up and try and get elusive to back up with me down the street so we don't get seen at the brothel immediately.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna
And
go
we can
look
get
for the
Gob, yeah.
gang.
Gob's gonna be doing a good job by that, okay?
But
Seriously,
yeah,
why are we killing this guy?
because he's an asshole.
How is he? How
He
so?
owns a brothel. He's literally the worst person on earth.
Okay, you're right. Well, yeah. Okay.
He,
Yeah.
Guys.
Okay.
I would like to interject here. He manages the brothel.
okay.
And
Coolin's just gonna be like, and that's bad.
What if he treats his workers, his girls and guys good? What if he's not that bad?
Kai, it's a brothel.
I've been to a brothel. Trust me, I know.
Kaya
I'm
goes
gonna walk
deeper than
away.
the brothel.
Goes deeper than that.
How do you know about this guy, and why do you suddenly want to kill him?
Well, I mean, if they didn't have a sudden change in all their management, then he's connected. Then he's likely connected to the guy that killed my mom.
Oh, good enough excuse for me. Let's kill this guy.
We're gonna get rid of him
I'm gonna
immediately.
join his gang and find out who he is, and I'm gonna kill him.
Wait, but
that in character?
that was not in character at all. No.
Tom, you can't fucking JoJo in D&D.
Alright, but yeah, yeah, I think we ended off with connected to the guy that killed Elusa's mom, right? Okay.
Okay, cool. We'll get Gob and all the sneaky people to scope this place out. We'll figure out who it is, and you know what? We can let you have the final blow because I'm down for that.
I mean, we would have to get a plan for that, but we have to. I'd assume this organization is still running in perfection as it was when I ran away. But
if elusive,
yeah.
is it like a Thieves Guild? Quick question: what's the name of this?
I mean, it's just a of people who own the brothel and other like criminal activities around town. Like, there isn't much. They just have a. They're just bad. They're bad people, and I assume that it's someone of that circle that owns the brothel now.
Okay, and as we're like talking, as we're doing this conversation, we're walking away from the brothel. I thought I should just let you know this.
Yeah, I figured. Okay.
Okay, do you want to go find the rest of the party? I have sort of my own errand to run. Unless you would want to join me on that, but something tells me that you wish to the others in your presence right now.
I mean, not really.
Not really?
Fuck those
Okay.
guys.
I guess we can run my own errand. Cool. Great. And Tay, if you want, you could lead to the others, because I don't want to take up all the time.
Yeah.
So
By all means, let assassination take up the rest of the time.
so you guys all traveled to close to the military district, or into the military district, I guess. Where else? Where was everyone else?
I was.
I don't know.
I'm looking for shady connections.
You're looking for shady connections.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going in the bars,
God.
peeking around a little
Yeah.
bit.
You go into a few, and you notice that in every bar there's usually like one person, but the signs that they're showing are just kind of, they're just there, like they're just kind of sitting around, watching, gathering information, doing whatever, but they're not offering jobs. If that's what you're looking for, offering jobs, then let me know.
No. I just wanted to know like what the
the shady
Um.
population looks like.
what the shady people are in
Um,
this city.
I mean, a few of them are, or like you would expect, kind of a hood up, sitting in the corner of a hole in the wall bar. When you keep popping into, because there's a tavern every other block, at least, and you eventually pop into one called the Merry Reindeer, and in this bar there's like 3 or 4 people sitting at a table that are all showing, the sign on different locations, and they're having a conversation that's barely masked by thieves' cant.
Is anyone with me? Who's following me?
I thought we would have been together.
I didn't follow Cobb.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, if Gob's being shady, I guess I won't be with her.
You're stuck with me, probably.
Is
I
Sif with Gob?
guess.
I'll keep distance walking, a little after.
Okay.
Just go up to the bar. Said this
I
is a
just
tavern.
wave to you every time I go in and out of a tavern, like I said.
You Gob walks into the bar, and you follow her into pretty much every bar. Are you ordering anything, or just like going up and talking to the barkeep? What's going
Making conversation. Small,
on? All right.
small chat.
Well, everyone seems pleasant because they're in the service industry. So
Customer service
but
smile.
you walk up to the bar, and Gob, are you staying in this specific bar longer, or are you just kind of checking it out and getting out?
I wanted to snoop in on what they were saying.
All right. Well, since it is technically thieves' cant,
Mm-hmm.
there's the thing that I needed. Okay.
Nope.
Dang.
Snapped.
It do be like that.
It's just like Chase talking shit about us.
Secretly.
It's the 4 people at the table are like, did you see those guys that came out of the fucking library? Yeah, they look so fucking weird. Like 2 dragonborns. What the fuck? Let's rob them.
Let's roll.
Let's kill them and turn them into jerky.
I wanted the party to stay together, and now everyone's split up.
Well, I feel like
I
that
mean-
was what was gonna happen. Everyone has their shit to do.
Why does
Oh.
everyone have business? Why?
We have a whole week here. It's okay.
It's fine. We have a whole week to fuck
Plan.
around, get Kai drunk.
No.
No,
You could try. It's a story lore thing.
She's
Go
gonna
ahead
be
and try.
sober now. Oh my god, I'm so proud of her. She's gonna get her 1-week chip. Oh, it's gonna be so great.
Is it? Just wait. I'm so excited for you to find out why. No, I'm not.
Actually, Zaxxas is the drinker now.
Why is Axis the drinker?
That's fair.
He's had enough of this party. He's like, no one wants to do anything.
Hey, okay. First of all,
Elusiv's
little
trying to kill
rude.
someone again.
Oh.
I can't believe this is how Zaxis leaves the party. An alcoholic working for a tree.
I mean, if your boss was a tree, I'm sure you'd turn to escapism.
Yeah, probably. How do you know my boss isn't a tree? This could be layers
don't.
deep. Like a
Hello?
9-layer bean. Are they back?
Which one of those motherfuckers are you working for? I say as
No.
I point to a forest.
You're just holding half up in the fucking air.
Grabbed by the collars, just
By
shaking
the
him.
collar, just shaking him. It looks like you're assaulting a toddler.
Which one of those Baki motherfuckers is your boss?
Is it the willow bitch? The fucking maple one?
Ooh.
That weeping will all burn down the whole goddamn forest. Watch me.
Look at this art I just found.
Oh.
Nope.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Welcome
go.
back.
All right.
I
Yes.
thought I was getting thieves' canned.
Nah. But while Gob is sitting at a table eavesdropping, what are you doing, Sif?
Listening in.
Listening
as
in?
well, as best I can.
Yeah, they're talking about
Pick up
some
whatever
business
bits and
merger or
pieces
something.
I
I don't know.
can.
It's weird. You kind of pick up what they're saying after listening for a little bit. It's not a through line of conversation, so you gather they're speaking in Thieves' Cant about something.
Okay.
But
That's it. I'm just
Yep.
casually eavesdropping,
Snooping.
same as Scott, snooping, trying to glean information where I can.
yeah. So what's happening?
What?
What's happening?
Oh, for me? Oh, I'm looking for the offices that I know about.
Okay.
I guess Saxus is coming. Saxus, are you coming?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Nice.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, please, God, please. Understand. Well, I wrote insight. My bad. Didn't matter.
That's a net two.
Oh!
So-
Really didn't matter. Holy
Oh my
moly.
god.
Please.
It's a big city and you're just a small man.
Oh,
Sorry.
I guess
You-
I'll help you look.
You
Put
look
him
at
on your
the
shoulders.
you look at the ground, you look up, and you're like, nope, can't find it.
Look, I will happily just spend my time looking for these offices.
Okay. Eventually you guys give up looking on your own
Ask somebody.
and you ask somebody else.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, man.
And yeah, so you hold on, wait. I'll be right back. Before we start this whole thing, I'll be right back.
God has to deal with human things.
I really like that I just couldn't read and then it got bad.
Oh, I'm.
Hap has never been in a big city like this. He's gotta go. So how's everyone doing?
Whispering.
Oh, I see.
You know,
I don't remember how to whisper.
I just heard Dom
Yeah.
go.
Okay, so take your normal voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you make it really.
And just breathe heavily.
Oh my God.
And then you go, "Wah, ah, ah, ah."
I love the video so much.
All right. So you start looking for the Cold Fire office, and
Oh, that
it's
name.
it's pretty difficult to locate. It's not on any of the major roads. So you eventually just kind of start asking people, and eventually, after about like 30 minutes, someone
That's not
finally
that
goes,
long.
"Oh, I think I heard that place. It's should be they have this right over here," and he points down down not quite an alleyway, but definitely not a major road.
I knew it was number 7. Something told me it was.
Number 7.
And sure enough,
Oh.
it's a very, for what kind of business it is, it's a very inconspicuous building. It's like the doors labeled with paint, like someone painted quickly, just the words "Cold Fire Circus Offices."
That's the place. Yep. I am going in. Zaxis, you coming?
Oh. Oh, I'm connecting some dots. And I'm like, yeah.
The dots. I've connected the dots. You didn't connect shit.
I've connected them. And yeah, you open the door. It's much more colorful on the inside. Lots of just cloth draped over everything. Half you recognize those as the trapeze kind of safety nets that are very colorful for your circus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. But you walk in and there's one person sitting at the desk, and she kind of peeks over. And goes, "Hi, how can we help you?" Welcome.
Do I recognize her?
No,
Okay.
you've never been to this office.
You know, fair enough. You know, I just thought I would know someone working for my. Um, I say hello. I'm with the Cold Fire Circus. And I was just coming to check up on things.
Well, I don't recognize you. Where you from?
I'm part of the traveling show. I think they're. Oh God, where are they? We're on the schedule. Hold on, I take a moment. I think they're in Pise right now, probably according to the schedule.
Ah, okay. Well, welcome. What can we help you with? We're in a little bit of an off season. What's up?
Just coming to check by, see if anybody from my troop went here and for whatever reason.
No, not. I don't think we've had any transfers.
Cool. Um, Half
We've
has social anxiety.
Well, I mean, if you want to, I mean, now that you're here, if you want to train, you can go up back. They should be out there, I think. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
about to head out in a few days. They're about to head out, but they're packing up, polishing their axe, and they're gonna hit the road. So if you wanna go talk to them, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. Texas, you want to come with me?
Yeah, I want to see them.
Awesome. Can you pick me up?
Sure.
I need to assert my dominance. What's more powerful than coming into the room on a dragonborn shoulder?
Coming in the room on an actual dragon.
Oh God. Well, hey Zaxis, can you turn into a dragon?
Not since I last checked.
Ah, okay, we'll work on that.
Okay, hold on, let me make a new little thing real quick.
I don't hear the music anymore, and that's sad to me.
Oh, okay, hold on. Well, you're in a circus, so
Oh, fun.
I hear that. I was really expecting the fucking chaotic music.
nah.
Not yet.
There we go. So let me label some NPCs real quick.
Oh,
Because I
NPCs.
didn't actually plan this bit, but that's fine.
Honestly, I had a plan and then I completely forgot it when you gave me that voice.
I guess while God is doing this, I'll talk to Have.
Yeah, let's talk. What's up?
So, I don't remember, but what exactly did you do in the circus again?
Oh, I wrestled monsters and I helped everybody and I patched up some wounds here and there. I ran and got food when I first started, at least. I'm married to the dude who kinda owns the circus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's actually very fun.
I think the employees would know you then.
Well, I don't know her, so
I mean, that's fair.
they just opened his office actually. So I only really knew about it. I didn't know where it was.
You knew of it.
I knew of it. Thank you, Sif. Thanks, disembodied Sif voice.
No problem.
Do you how do you like it so far?
I mean, it definitely is a circus.
It sure is. Actually, there's a bunch of people like there's some people drumming and just supplying a rhythm for the performers to dance to, because there is constantly a dance going on
This
around
is like
the
a
actual
walk-in
performance.
circus?
No, they're rehearsing their routine.
Oh, gotcha.
And there's a lot of people like just kind of doing a lot of tumbling acts, which is pretty fun and interesting. Occasionally, someone will walk in and this very large fellow will walk in and just lift up the entirety of the platform while two dancers are on it. standing in the middle. It looks like there's a hole cut out in the middle with 2 bars on the side. He just kind of deadlifts it, puts it
Do
on
they
his
have
shoulder.
do they have table jugglers?
I don't know, do they?
And by that I mean I have that gif of the women who literally just lay on their backs and juggle a table with their feet.
I mean, not right now.
Maybe later. Half is
Who
just
knows?
sitting on Zaxxas with stars in his eyes. He's so happy. This is his element.
I like those dancers.
Just hop in and perform with them. Ad lib a routine. Forehead.
Can't do that. I am watching their routine though.
All right,
I can
I've
kick
got
somebody's
enough.
ass with that routine.
I've got enough names generated. Let's find out what these people are doing.
First and foremost, do I recognize anyone?
No.
Understandable, God.
Wait, hold on. Roll me a perception check.
Oh no, I'm bad at these. Oh, I'm good at
Oh,
these.
not today.
I'm in the
It's the
circus.
extra
It's my
height.
yeah, it's my element.
You notice some of the crew, like behind the scenes crew. Some of those guys have transferred over, seeing as when your troop stopped traveling for a short time due to finances. They were transferred to this new office that had a pretty steady donation funding them. Oh, sorry.
Hello, who's funding these people?
It's me.
Gob. Oh my God.
Gob's the ringleader. Now you know why she needed all the money.
The donor has requested to remain anonymous.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
Gob, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's Gob.
But after a short bit, it takes about 10-15 minutes for the ringleader to come out and, make a spectacle of his reemergence and go about his spiel about, well, I hope you enjoyed our show today. Thank you so much, and remember, tip your barkeepers. And then there's like a few fireworks that go off. And he bows and then immediately turns to you and starts walking over.
Okay. I look down at Zaxxas with a big
Should-
ass smile on my face.
Hi.
Should-
Welcome. I didn't realize this was an open rehearsal, but nonetheless, I'm glad you saw. My name's Rashad.
Rashad.
A pleasure.
Well, shot?
Rashad?
Rashad? Okay.
I can't believe you slept with Rashad.
I'm
Anyway.
confused.
That's an inside joke for my campaign.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it is?
Unfortunate
Mhm.
choice, but yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Beautiful, no, it's beautiful. I gotta mute myself.
My other character that I showed you today slept with someone named Rashad, who is also someone Lucas's character knows.
Beautiful. Well, this is this Rashad.
Oh wow.
Elf, kind of olive
Yeah, I
skin.
should've
Life in the temple.
Yeah. Circus Rashad, okay.
So
Yeah,
what is
he's dressed very ostentatiously, as you would expect a ringleader for a circus to be. He's wearing a black suit with very brightly colored lapels that seem to change and shift in the sunlight. He's got his hair braided, French braid along his head, along the top of his head. It comes down over one shoulder, and you see little beads on the end of it, and he's perpetually smiling,
Well, I
as you would expect a performer to be.
offer to shake his hand. Zaxxas, do the same. Be polite.
And he
Wait,
takes
are you
your
still
hand.
on me?
Yeah, I'm still on your shoulder. This man has to
I'm-
reach up.
He cannot reach you. He is not.
I'm gonna
particularly-
take you off my shoulder, and as I'm doing, I'm like, "Hello, my name is Xus."
A pleasure. So, what brings you here to this well, admittedly rather polished, but rehearsal?
Well, I was stopping by the offices to see if anyone that I happen to know transferred here. looking for a little bit of a help. Turns out no one did, and then lady up front offered for us to watch the performance.
Oh, you from another cold fire troop?
Oh yes,
I take it.
am.
Ah, where's your troop located at?
I think on the schedule they should be in Pise by now.
No, but where's their office?
Oh, hey God, I don't remember. Did I ever tell you?
I think you wrote it.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh
I
God.
think we said that you would be up in probably Acronis,
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay. Acronis.
Ah, all right, the Northwest. Yeah. Well, I've heard they've been going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Was there any validity to the tales?
Yeah. I originally set out to pull in a little bit more money and kind of got wrapped up in a lot of other different things.
Yes, that tends to happen.
It's very unfortunate.
So, I'm terribly sorry. I'm quite parched. I've been, speaking for quite some time. Would you like some wine? I think I have a small keg in my tent.
I look at Zaxis like the "hey, do you want some wine" kind of look. You want to share a glass?
No, I'm fine.
I'll take
You
a
get one
glass.
glass and just split it with a sippy straw.
We get the crazy straw going on.
Okay, well, I mean, feel free to follow, but if not, I'll just bring you a glass real quick. And he turns and walks, regardless of if you're coming with him or not.
Yep, I'll follow. Why not?
He kind of barely glances over his shoulder, and so what brings you to this branch? Brings you all the way to Ablosos?
We're looking for someone who stole something that belonged to a friend of mine.
Well, that sounds like a story. Here,
Oh, it certainly
take
is.
your glass. He smells the wine, just kind of
Oh, he's one of those guys.
It's always so refreshing. And so, what'd they take?
Oh,
It's always the best.
Oh, go ahead.
Best stories are ones of vengeance, of passion, of heightened emotion like that. What'd they take from you?
Oh,
And why have you traveled all this way to get it back?
it's a family heirloom, a shield. It's sentimental.
He sets his glass down and then makes a circle with his hands like he's holding a watermelon. He goes, stop me whenever I get to the right size. And he kind of his hands close in as he's making a smaller and smaller circle.
I nudge Zaxis to make a big circle.
Well, Zaxis, you walked away. He's looking at everyone.
Oh, he walked
who
away?
was just doing...
Wow, okay.
No, you walked away from him.
I thought
remember?
you were gonna follow. Okay.
No, he didn't follow. He's just looking oh, because he doesn't go to circuses much.
You go talk to the others. Half kind of shakes his head and is outstretches his arms. He's kind of bigger than this.
Oh, so okay. Well, that's unexpected, but that's why was this shield in your possession then? And I don't mean any offense by this, but it looks like it would not be practical.
I mean, I wasn't carrying it.
Okay. Well, who took it and why are you here to get it back?
Well, not particularly sure who took it, but he did travel with a caravan heading to Ablosos. So we figured our best bet to get it back was to come here.
That sounds like a lot of common sense. I think you're onto something. So, have you found any leads in the town, or just
Well,
just looking?
I was hoping that, like I said, some of my friends would be here and they'd help me keep an eye out for when his caravan came in.
Well, if you're in the cold fire, you're family. You may not have friends, but you have family. So, can you illustrate this shield for us? What are we looking for? I'm I'm sure we can keep an eye out while we're still here.
Oh, of course, of course. And then, because I don't remember what the shield looked like, Half can give the details.
It's a very large kite shield, two-tone metallic finish, and you tell them that it's magical, probably.
Probably. Thanks, God.
Well, yeah. It's doesn't sound like it would be easy to hide, so I'm sure that if it passes by our little neck of the woods, if we spot it, we'll let you know.
I greatly appreciate that.
I'm gonna stop this because it's a lot,
It is a lot.
and their act is over. So the drum stopped.
They're going home. Goodbye.
No, they're just kind of not tearing down, but they're kind of resetting the stage, moving all the props to where they should be. Everyone's just kind of with everyone that's done physical labor up there has gotten towels, and they've already dabbed themselves off, gotten a glass of water, done whatever they need, and they're just kind of sitting around in circles talking with each other and joking.
While the golden dragonborn watches them.
Yeah, just kind of, wow, this is
Staring,
fantastic.
unblinking.
A few people do like look over less inconspicuously and kind of nod at Zaxxas and go back to talking to their friends.
Half kind of clears his throat a little bit and looks back to where they walked and looks back at this guy and says, I know this might be a little forward, but do you provide lodging here?
I mean, we have some room. If you have a bedroll or anything like that, I'm sure we can find some spots for you.
Oh, okay, I appreciate that. Running a little low on gold, if you know what I'm saying.
I hear you. The off season's not so profitable for our kind, is it?
No, not particularly. When are you guys heading out?
Early next week.
Oh, interesting. I wish you the best of luck with that.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you want, you're more than welcome to accompany us. I mean, we may not have a performing slot, but if you're out looking for money to send back to your other troop, then why not travel?
I'll see where I am within the week. I might take you up on that offer.
All right. Well, sounds like it's not a plan, but I hope to see you soon.
Give him the old finger gun and run back to Zaxxas.
Yep. Yeah, Zaxxas, what have you been doing besides just kind of staring around at all the props and
He's just standing
now
there.
casually conversing people in very ostentatious costumes?
What am I doing to people in costumes?
Observing,
Oh.
looking around.
God,
Okay.
Zaxxas, please.
Consummating.
No.
My fidget
Oh
spinner.
no.
I mean, he probably was just like walking around, just like circling the place, you know?
It's like a shark. Just circling the groups of people sitting on the floor.
He's casing the joint.
Jesus,
He would like
Zaxxas.
he would just walk around to like see different parts closer up.
Talk to
Yeah.
someone.
I mean, there's
No.
a lot of ridiculous looking props. There is like a little bit larger tomb than you would expect, or not a tomb, a casket that is presumably for some kind of magic act. That's what you overheard. But
Oh
yeah,
my.
it was reset to off stage. There's just a whole lot of stuff. Some torches to be juggled,
Oh, fun.
some axes to be thrown. A lot of props, a lot of interesting and probably dangerous items.
Please don't touch
I
them.
mean,
Light the
anything could be
torch, try to
dangerous.
juggle.
Light the axe, let it juggle.
You want to try some juggling, Zaxxas?
No, I think I'd rather just watch.
Do you know how to juggle?
Uh, I haven't exactly done it before. You know, like, well,
I see. Well, with that, Half gets back on his shoulders.
so where are we going now?
um, I guess wherever you want to go. Has it been an hour? Should we meet back up at the library?
I said 3,
I mean,
but go off.
Has it been 3 hours? My bad. Correction.
it's probably been an hour and a half so far, because like you probably spent about an hour looking for this place just on foot, and then you started asking people, and within 30 minutes you found someone who had heard of it.
Okay. Then I would want to like head back towards the library, but like looking at shops on the way, seeing if there's anywhere that I think I'd want to go into, just like seeing what's, in town.
Okay. It looks like there's a lot of just uh, different cultural foods that are being advertised with different smells wafting throughout the bazaar, and it's an interesting area. You could spend hours just looking at looking at all the shops and window shopping if you wanted to,
Would you
getting
call
some.
it a bizarre bazaar?
I would.
Oh my god.
Um,
Ah!
but yeah, it's just what would you be looking in particular?
Oh,
Looking for?
nothing really, because it's just like he just wants to see what's in town.
Yeah. I mean, there's someone advertising something called fireworks. There's
We should get some
there's
fireworks.
a whole lot of stuff that's just being shouted in the streets.
Oh, so I guess I know about the big library, but I would just see if there's any smaller bookstores on the way.
Oh, yeah. You actually would see one.
Oh.
You find someplace called the Paragon Bindery.
Oh,
Oh, fancy.
I'd want to go in.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, you like I mean, I guess you're walking from here to here. So it would be let's put a number. All right. Here.
Oh, while Tay's doing this, I tell Zaxis that we have free lodging for tonight.
Oh, nice.
We just gotta go back to that place.
And then gotta write this before I forget, because I will forget.
Don't worry, I already have
Yeah.
it written down.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, I do too. I just will forget which one it is. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put that to the other layer. There we go. Yeah, you go through the doors of the Paragon Bindery, and there are a few people at a desk, and one of them just kind of waves at you and waves you over.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how can we help you out?
Do you guys have any books on planar study?
Planar study.
I don't know I don't know the real term. Stuff about the the Petitio plane, the Feywild plane, that stuff.
We don't hear, but there's another small offshoot of the library. I believe that one, the one you're looking for, is the Curiosity Collection.
Oh.
Okay, so you see this this plaza right here. The statue in the center. You're going to go across there and take a right, and you should find it. It's not a very large building, but it definitely looks like a bookstore. So, but if you do have anything you want documented or written, we do have scribes back here to help you out.
Oh. Well, thank you for your help. I think I'll go over there.
All right. And,
Oh,
I guess I gotta write more. More shit.
Oh, Tay.
You did that to yourself, Tay.
Jesus,
Oh my
Indy.
god,
Oh my god.
Indy.
Indy has been taken
I'm
over by Satan.
fine. Help me.
What
Being
happened?
taken by the void.
I don't know. Things went really bad really quick.
It was so sudden.
It really was. That was terrifying.
It's because he tried to curse out God.
I was gonna say Tate did that to himself, and I see.
Oh, we heard that
Okay.
barely in the scramble of oh.
It was the audio equivalent of a deep fried meme.
And that's what I am. Also, Zaxis, when are you gonna teach me Draconic?
I mean,
Well, you see, you make it sound like, and that means fuck.
Yeah, just teach me all the swear words, please. The swear noises.
This
You teach-
toddler's walking down the street cursing in Draconic. What is going
You
on?
teach him the swear words, and the next random Dragonborn he meets, he walks up to, offers a hand to shake it, and says,
This toddler with the pirate eye patch is just saying, fuck shit, goddamn bastard, fuck you. Like, whose parent?
whose child?
Man.
So, you follow the instruction, and it wasn't as clear as you'd like it to be, but you do find it eventually. It takes you like 10 minutes. But the Paragon Bindery led you to Curiosity Collection. And sure enough, this is more like that back room that you entered into the Vagabond.
oh.
It's a little bit lower light. There are some candles on pretty much every table inside of this building, but it looks more like a library and less like an office. And yeah, you see like 2 or 3 rows that you can walk down between the bookshelves, and a man in a smock sitting with a candle reading a book that he immediately closes whenever you walk through the door. Just, hey, hi. Well, welcome. What can I help you with?
Hello.
Yeah, hi. What
Uh,
can I help you with?
I was just looking for books about the planes.
Oh, I think we have maybe a few. Yeah, they're Yeah, let me 1 second. And he pulls out a much larger tome and puts it down. And okay, keyword, and he's basically gonna manually Google this shit.
It's the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh, I remember her. Oh.
Not in this world. It's not.
The Huey Decimal System.
Here we go. It's actually the Louis, but you're close.
Listen, bitch, DuckTales doesn't exist in this universe.
Yeah, okay. It should be okay, see this middle section? I'll just walk you over here. Come on. He gets up, and he's about 5 foot. Gets off the stool that he was sitting at that made him look like a normal height of a human.
Me too, sis.
And walks over, and yeah, okay, it should be right here. 2, 3. Okay, in this section right here, there's gonna be, I think I saw in the book like 8 to 10. I didn't count exactly, but there's a few titles over here. But they should be on this row, and he kind of jumps to hit one of the second to the top. About 3 seconds that way.
Oh.
If you can't find it, just let me know. I'll be up here.
Oh, thank you for your help.
Of course.
Walk into the books.
Yeah. And sure enough, there's a few up there where he said they would be. Most of
Wow,
them
he
are in
wasn't a liar.
conjunction with other topics. one of them is relating how the planes interact with magic and the sources of magic. One's talking about the basics of like how they're arranged,
Mm-hmm.
and then the others are just kind of detailing the basics of what a plane even is.
So, what languages are these books in?
Most of them are in common,
Okay.
and there are some of the terms are in draconic, some are in like just different ancient languages that have just been transliterated to common mostly.
So, there's not like a book that's just like, oh, what is that?
It looks like this is a very obscure topic to research,
Mm-hmm.
where basic information is mostly what's going to be available to the public.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'd like. Wait, is it a library or a bookstore? What am I in?
This is kind of both. There are sections that you can just borrow books from, like a library, but there are also prices on some of those books as well to purchase.
Okay. Well, I'd want to get the first two you said, and then one that just explains what is a plane.
Okay, so the 3 books that I said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looks like these are labeled at 6, 8, and 10 gold apiece
Okay.
to purchase. But there's different prices for rental.
Okay. Then I will walk back up to the front and be like, how much is it to rent these 3?
Well, by the day it's 3 silver.
Okay. Let's see. If we're gonna be here for a week, it'd be about a gold a day. I'm going to rent the basic one for a week.
Okay.
And then I'll buy the other 2.
And then there's magic and how it relates to planes, plane arrangement, and what even is a plane? Those are so. Which ones are you wanting to borrow? Which one are you wanting to borrow, and then which ones are you wanting to purchase?
I want to borrow the what is a plane, and I want to buy the other 2.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be 14 gold,
Okay then.
and then for the rental, you said a week.
Mm-hmm.
So 21 silver, or 2 gold and a silver.
So that's a total of 16 gold and 1 silver, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Okay. 11, 1. Okay, I give him the money.
All right. Thank you, sir. Now I'm here. You go. You're renting this one. He takes a stamp, dips it in some ink, and then he plants it on there. And then you see him bring another little stone, and he draws a little sigil on it.
Oh.
It's okay. Nope. It's due back in 1 week. Thank you so much.
It's a time release teleportation spell. 1 week from now, if you're not done reading it, it just teleports away back to the library.
That would be cool. Imagine if I could just put that on a person.
Put
Should
it
put
on
that on
me.
my pencils so that people can't just run away with them anymore.
How many times have people stolen your pencils?
Have you been to high school? Everyone's had a favorite
Yeah.
pen that they loaned to someone and then never got back.
Do you think I loaned anything to anyone in high school?
Okay, well, this is why I'm the chaotic good and you're the chaotic evil.
Is it really evil
It-
not wanting
can't
people to
understand.
take your
Shay-
things?
Shay's the one who loans the pen. Indy's the one who keeps the pen.
You're
Easy
right,
peasy.
though.
Oh my god, it was you.
I have a box with all of Shay's pens.
So after that, I'm assuming you guys are making your way back to the library.
Yes.
No.
Are there are there things that everyone else was wanting to do besides, this group of two?
This group
So-
of
Not that I
two.
wanted to do.
I wanted to. How long does this spell take? I wanted
Oh.
to turn Vex into a cat.
Okay. How long does that take to cast?
Boop. Let's see.
Holy fuck.
Oh my
Goddamn.
god.
An hour.
Okay.
Don't we need some components for that? Yeah.
Yep, and I have them.
Oh!
What?
You thought that was a beer belly? No, it's a brass brazier.
She actually went and borrowed one, first of all.
Goes outside. They have
I
brass
love how-
braziers, and you just dump one.
I love how brazier and brazier are spelled almost exactly the
Brazier,
same.
whatever. You know what I meant.
Well, you know what a
Uh,
brazier
big,
is.
big brass bra. Yes.
I don't.
Like a big brass bra.
Don't you
Could
want
you
a big
use one of
brass bra?
those?
I mean, what qualifies
Could you
as
like
a
have
brazier?
a brass bra and then like unhook it and then do your like spell?
Ooh.
That's
Like
innovation.
innocence in my titty holders.
That
I
is
have a new character
innovation.
idea, and
Write it down.
Right, so Gob and Sif are leaving. I don't know who Gob is being replaced by, but Sif's gonna come back as Dunce Macabre.
Yeah, it's time.
So we got
World
Dunce Macabre.
world famous detective Dunce Macabre.
He's a detective. Oh my god.
His he speaks with the dead, and his catchphrase is "Dead men tell no tales."
I hate you. I'm leaving this campaign. Teus presented me the perfect out. Goodbye.
Well,
Beef jerky man comes in here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, dragonborn jerky.
So Gob does her spell, and Vex is now a kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Oh,
Um,
Make it a cat.
Elusive, Kulan, and Kai. You went to
Hey.
the brothel, and
and then left immediately.
on your way away from the brothel, what's going on?
Well, Kai with not little. She knows where she's going. She's leading or not leading, but she's walking with hand in hand with Kulon to a very familiar bookstore.
Okay. Where did I say that was? Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Elusive is gonna go to the home, or where the streets where she slept on.
Okay, I'll go do this thing. I think we meet up in about 2 hours. I'm not sure. In the library vagabond place we showed up in. Please don't murder anyone, and I'm begging you, don't get too much in trouble into the law.
I'll try not to.
Thank you. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kai continues walking.
I'm gonna just whisper, she's so gonna get arrested.
If she gets arrested, shit. If she gets arrested, Kulon, we can just look for Donovan.
Okay.
But Kai's gonna
Give me a
continue.
replacement, huh?
She's not getting in trouble with the law. Not again.
Not that attitude.
So you start heading over to the other side of town, where the Lullaby Library is.
I'm gonna be very sneaky, sort of. Not too sneaky where it's weird, but incognito.
I mean, you're down the street from where you grew up. So, but you see that it's still standing.
Was Paragon Bindery a library as well?
Kind of.
More a bookbinders type of deal.
I mean, they have a business, but you guys don't know what it is. So,
Gotcha.
I'll
Uh,
let you guys find out that later if you're interested in it.
Kai's like not inside, but like, are there windows? Can she see? Can I look inside and see if there's like any activity, major activity going on?
Yeah, you can look in.
Okay. I'm looking in through the window inconspicuously.
I mean, everything looks relatively normal. There's no one at the desk right now, but you see some movement in the back in the bookshelves.
Hey, Gulan? Um,
Yep.
um, when we walk in, I don't know what to do. Never mind. I'm sorry. Forget everything just said. And then I walk in a very hurried pace.
Kulon sort of shrugs and just follows.
Okay. Yep. You walk in, and the bell dings as you walk in, and you hear, "Hi, welcome to Lullaby Library." Kai? Is it?
Oh,
Hey, it's been a while. What's up? I hold on, and she goes back and puts a few books that she was holding in her hand um, on the shelf, and goes back behind the counter and sits down and pulls out a little jug of some liquid. You would you like me to heat this up? I can get some tea real quick.
sure. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, just you know where you can sit. Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ashton. Didn't catch your name, and points to Kulan.
This is Kulan. He's
Sup?
a friend of mine.
Good to meet you. I'll be right back. And they take this little pitcher um, into the little back room. You know that there's a little stove back there.
Okay.
They basically live here.
Um,
And
just follow me real quick, and we can sit down. Just a death grip. Kai's slowly crushing Kulan's hand. Sorry, Kulan.
Ah, he's a healer.
She still has the really crappy glove on.
Kulon has the other half, remember?
Yes!
Ashton walks back out with with that same pitcher kind of steaming a few minutes later, and she sits down and then pulls out a little bag that she put on her back and pulls out a few cups that are makeshift teacups, and starts pouring some tea. Just kind of looks around. So, how long has it been? You
7 years and counting. I mean, not counting anymore. 7 years. Yes. I was just in town for a moment, not for very long, and I wanted to see if you were okay and everything.
Yeah, I'm doing just fine. She kind of points to your left hand, goes, "How are you doing?"
Oh, stop laughing. It's not funny, cool, and I lost my whole hand.
Got a better one, it's fine.
A lot of things happened. I lost my hand and then I got a replacement. Just a whole story. Oh, and of talking of stories, I've been looking for a certain book that uh I think you would have. I've sort of lost it. Everything. Yeah.
Well, I hope you have enough time to catch up.
I think I have an hour. Yeah.
I guess that'll have to do. So you just kind of left. It's
Yeah, I sort of did just leave.
I'm not gonna grill you about it. That's fine. I hope that I mean, it looks like you're doing all right, but how's how's the rest of the world?
Well, I've been gone for a while, but I've traveled basically everywhere. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got some tales to tell. So let's cherry pick the best of them because we got an hour.
um, I did collect some books. I did plan on coming back earlier or later. I'm not sure. I did collect some, but I was staying somewhere and there was a fire, the big fire in Nantos, and I lost everything. And I was gonna get you some books, but and Kai's gonna like dig into her bag and
Oh
she's
no,
gonna pull out the
no,
two
no,
books.
no need. I've got plenty. Those are yours.
I know they're mine, but I'm looking for a very specific one, and I know the name. I don't remember the author per se, but maybe I could trade it in with a little bit of money. I don't have much for a
Well,
specific one if you have it.
a fair trade is fine. I can do that. I just didn't want to feel like you were giving me gifts after just telling me that you lost everything. I'd feel terrible. So, what book are you looking for?
It's called Lavender, and it's a children's story. It's
Hmm.
I met I met this wonderful family, and I had a little sister sort of for a time. It was her favorite.
Hmm. Is that the one that you always read as a kid?
It was she.
Yeah,
I got to read it for her, and it was very nice.
well, I I felt bad when you left, so I pulled a few of your favorites.
You did?
Yeah, they're. I know I always gave you a hard time about toughening up and that, but it's. It looks like you have. So let me go get them real quick. Lavender, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She she goes back, and it doesn't take very long. She places a book on the table, and it's a little dusty, but it's just like you remember.
Kai's hands are sort of shaking a little bit as she goes to pick it up, and she treats it like a treasure and dusts it off a little, puts it into her lap, and just holds it for a little bit. I shouldn't make this just about me. How's you been? How have you been? How has the business? I remember it being a little hectic sometimes.
Oh, it it gets a little hectic, but it's business. Um, yeah, um, the vagabond sent us quite a few books in the past few months, so I've just been putting those on the shelf and organizing the new stock. But it's same old, you know. I'm still here, still kicking.
I'm very happy for that.
Just, I mean, it gets a little lonely, but I've got all the stories that I could want. So, tell me something that I haven't read.
Something you haven't read. Have you ever heard of Tay, I'm gonna make something up about the town she's been in.
No, you're fine. If you would like, I don't want to just take a bunch of time telling stories that we're just making
Yeah,
up.
no, we're just
So
gonna.
let's you spend a nice hour with your
Oh,
old
now
friend.
I had a question.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Like after all the storytelling, all that,
Yeah.
Kai's
Well, those
going.
were lovely, Kai.
um, I've had something that's been eating at me, and I know I shouldn't worry about it as much as I do. Strangely enough.
Well, I've had one of those too. I hear if you eat ginger, it kind of flushes it right out.
Oh.
Ha.
I feel like this is more of a thinking problem.
Okay.
Basically, what I want to ask is about my parent, what about Maria? What is she doing?
Well, she made partner.
She oh does she,
Yeah.
what about Thomas? What about him?
Well, the tavern's still there, which means it needs someone to run it. So
Did they notice I was gone at all, or did they care, or
I'm sure they did, but they haven't been here in a while.
oh what? Okay, thank you for
Yeah.
telling me that.
Anytime. No. Now, before you head out, come see me.
Of course, I
I'll
gladly will.
probably be bored stocking books, like always.
I'll happily come by.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you've got somewhere to be, I don't want to keep you.
Ashton, I have a favor for you real quick before I leave.
Mhm.
If any of them come by, can you not tell them that I'm here?
Sure thing.
Thank
They
you.
haven't done me any favors recently, anyways.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Kulan.
Nice meeting you.
I'm sure that you talked a little bit. So,
I'm sure we talked about the Feywilds.
yeah.
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
And then I went to the Feywild, and then
Yeah.
Kulan's like, and then we
It's a mess.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely probably was. Meanwhile, the tea's cold, so
I'm going to take lavender and place it as gently as I can into my bag
Mm-hmm.
and say goodbye to Ashton.
All right.
Cool
Well,
on. Ooh,
it's a pleasure. I'm gonna get back to it though.
actually, I sort of have one more question. I'm so sorry. I'll leave after this.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Have you we're looking for someone as well, but they're in the east and this is in the east, so I just need to get a lead of some sort. His name's Donovan.
Kulon perks up immediately, like he was not expecting this. Donovan Halen.
Donovan Halen, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could help you. It doesn't sound familiar to me.
That's okay. We're just trying to get at least a lead on him, but thank you for your help and thank you for letting me stay.
Of course, anytime, sweetheart. Just try and stop by more often.
I will now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And they go back to stocking the shelves.
And Kai tries to not make it look like she's running out, but she's running out.
gotta go.
She's got the little hustle going on.
Yeah, she got the mom jog, on my way to PTA meeting.
The speed walk.
Yeah.
Heel toe. Heel toe, heel toe.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you make it back and it's about on time. Whenever you guys meet up.
On the way there, Kai's gonna say, I'm sorry you didn't find anything on Donovan. I got selfish for a moment.
I mean, it's fine. I didn't even think about asking anyone here, but you're right. We're in the east.
That's sort of the whole reason why I
Just
wanted to
kind of
come
wish
here.
I would get another headache or something. At least that would ping like radar or something.
Do you want me to say your name?
That would just tie me to you, I think.
Oh, okay. Leave.
So I'm assuming the gang all meets back up.
Yep.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you meet back up at the Astute Vagabond.
What
It's out
time
front
is it?
Yeah, what time
in
is
the
it?
library. It's about a little after lunchtime.
Hmm.
Do we have a fun time? Is Elusive here?
Hi.
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm here, so no.
She's plotting murder.
Okay.
Thinking
Oh yeah, we
about?
should probably. Shush. Yeah, we should probably talk about the spider.
What?
The
Okay,
spider.
sorry.
Spider?
Anyways,
Oh my god, there's spiders in this city?
Drider time.
the Elusive, maybe we should talk about your plan to Gob. Not maybe the whole party too, but like specifically Gob. She's the sketchy, weird one. By weird, I mean deadly.
True. Oh.
Okay. Sif, did
Um,
everyone have a great time?
I
Uh,
I just let the party know I got us free lodging.
Thank God.
How the hell did you get us free lodging?
I give a Sif a little wink and a smile.
Did you sleep with someone?
No,
Oh.
Where'd you guys get off to?
well, my circus troupe, they have an office here. It just opened up. I went to visit. I got us free lodging.
Oh, it wasn't
Nice.
Cold Fire, was it?
It was, yeah. Yeah. Give me a second, cause Indy can't do words. Yeah, it was. Are you familiar with our work?
I've got a couple buddies actually.
Oh. Wonder if I know them.
Wait, so you work in a circus?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it fun? I've never been to a circus before.
Oh, Jesus fucking hello, Roll20, what are you doing?
Sif
Her
just-
best.
Sif loses complete vision.
He's like, oh yeah, I got some.
I love your sound effects.
Yeah, I got a couple buddies. Real big guy, rode horses.
Oh. What?
Asher,
Oh,
the small goblin. Small goblin.
Hey, those are guys from my troupe.
Holy shit.
When did you see those guys perform?
I never really saw him perform. Just kind of met up with them in bars.
Oh.
Good time.
Kai, you had a question?
Oh, I was just wondering, did you work in the circus? Because I've never been to one. Are they fun?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty fun. Maybe we could probably ask the guys over at the office to perform for you. Maybe
Oh,
they've
I
been
don't want to bother
practicing their
them.
routine. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
I think
We'll
just
play it
happy.
by ear.
We're playing it by ear.
I think we're just happy to have free lodging for the night, right?
We're also
I
broke.
mean, I sure am.
Got no gold.
I sort of wish. Did we find any information on the shield? I know they're not here, but maybe it'd be best to plan ahead. Gob, did you find anything? I know you're shifty.
I take offense to that.
Gob looks up from petting Vex and is like, actually I did.
Oh.
The shady people here are expecting a new ally. Something to do with the forest. I heard some underlings talking about it.
Great. New allies. I remember. Never mind.
Wait, did you catch if it was they work for the forest or they're gonna fight the forest?
Not really. They didn't know much.
I see.
Were they. I'm trying to remember. I remember hearing a lot of things about. God, how do I say it? The Cursed Guild.
Oh, yeah, dispatch mode.
Dispatch mode.
What?
The who?
It's a thieves guild. Well, I mean, it's sort of a thieves guild. At night, apparently these things would come and take children if they're not good. And it was more of a ghost story. They're a thieves guild. They're called
Back up. What are they called?
Dispatch Mode.
Kulan's just staring straight at you.
Well, what? What about? Do you know them?
They're the people Donovan worked for.
I'm sorry, Donovan worked for Dispatch Mode.
Huh?
Can you spell that for me,
Yeah,
please?
can you please spell that?
Don't.
And
I don't
also,
even
do
want
I-
to think about it.
Dispatche.
My brain hurts after hearing this
Yeah,
name.
it's. Ugh.
I love it.
feel like I'm being
So
cursed.
so Donovan still might be in the city, or maybe they moved him around.
Wait, they operate in the city?
That I know of. I don't know a lot.
You
Wait,
sure
no-
seem to
is
know quite a
there-
bit.
Farmland outside the city?
Yes.
Oh shit, I've been here.
Kulon, you dumb bottom.
He only ever took me into town once.
Oh,
We don't speak of that.
ooh. Where'd you go?
God, does Gob know anything about this thieves guild?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah, you know
Would
they're
you
called
rather-
Dispatch Mode.
would you rather Gob know about it, or would you rather the party know about it?
Gob know about it.
Okay.
Kai's gonna ask regardless.
Anyone know anything about the Spesh Mode? Looking at
Turn-
you, Gob.
Okay. Hold on.
So many people getting yoinked today.
I know.
Huh.
Hello?
Elusive? Are you
You
okay?
sound like a fucking car.
My fucking bones.
What?
My bones.
I wish I knew.
Your bones?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your
milk.
bones? Drink some
He
milk.
needs some milk.
Dom, are you okay?
No.
He needs
No.
some milk.
Do you want to go
What?
lay in bed for a moment?
What's wrong?
No. Everything hurts.
Sometimes your bones just hurt, okay? I get it, Dom.
I think that's Dom Skeleton trying to leave.
It's gotta go.
Dom opens his mouth and his skeleton just slides out.
Gotta go.
What a great visual that you've given me. Thank you.
I just
So you
thought
guys-
that. Huh?
Hey, you guys,
I love you too.
one of my friends had a heart attack.
I'm sorry?
He's like 17.
Oh, wait, what?
That's
Is he
Mhm.
okay?
I guess so, because he felt like a pain in his arm, like a really bad pain in his arm, and it was like really bad. So he went to the hospital, and it was like a minor heart attack.
Are you having a minor heart attack right now?
No,
I hope not.
I mean, this is the guy that drank 3 monsters a day.
Yeah,
For the
that's
past, like-
That's
exactly.
probably gonna do
Hmm.
it to you.
5 years, yeah.
He doesn't have a heart anymore, I hear. It was replaced by Monster Energy drink. It's solidified in his chest.
I don't think I've ever drank that.
Me either.
The calcium.
I was a big fan of the blue flavor.
Give me calcium.
Turret doesn't like milk.
Can
Oh,
someone
are we-
write my notes for me? I'm lazy.
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm writing mine in character. I can't write your notes
Okay,
for
guys.
you.
So, how about we can we convene and talk about how we can kill a man?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, this is
What?
very important.
Let's go to our lodging.
No, okay, but
That's-
you need to just hear Elusive out real quick, because it's actually, I think it's sort of important, but Elusive, I'm begging you for like the whole story here, and by whole I mean important details.
Okay.
Let's go somewhere private, yeah?
That's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Where's somewhere private?
Well,
I
we
don't
can
know.
go where we're sleeping tonight if we want to.
I
Are
mean,
they okay with
park
that?
Better
circus
than
folk,
out
all
in the
right with
center.
yeah.
Okay, well, half you know where that is.
So does Axis. I point and I'm on Axis, obviously, so you gotta walk, buddy.
Okay.
Mush.
I'm not gonna walk in this big city. I'll get lost. You saw the fucking investigation I rolled.
All
You didn't
these
even
buildings
with
are
that
so
roll.
tall.
You didn't even try.
I got so overwhelmed so quickly.
You're like, let's go. Nope.
What is this big building? Sir, that's a storage closet. Oh, well.
Is that Cold Fire Circus your headquarters? Are you Squidward? It's okay. Take your time.
Oh,
Is that a castle? No, that's a mill.
oh, see. So are we
You know
going?
one thing, Jon Snow. All right.
Head on to the lodging, please.
Mhm.
So you guys go to the Cold Fire Circus, and inside is a little bit busier now with the entire cast and supporting crew of the Cold Fire Circus getting lunch, eating some kind of what looks like soup, you would guess, and a sandwich.
I'm at soup.
They got tomato soup and grilled
I'm at
cheese.
soup.
Um,
What do you mean you're at soup?
but yeah, they're all just kind of sitting around, eating, talking with each other, the usual.
Oh,
God, I
great.
could go for a chicken tendy right now.
Sonic has literally been thinking about Applebee's the whole time.
I almost went to McDonald's because I was like, please, food.
Okay, great. Half. What exactly were like the
fuck did this
details of this lodging?
Oh,
Because
I'm looking for the guy that said I could have a free room right now.
Oh, great. Okay.
Did he say you could have a free room or we
I had
should have a free
friends.
room?
I implied I had friends. It's fine. Where is he?
Implied or like directly said?
You know what they say about assumptions.
I did have a giant dragonborn with me.
I
I'm
kind of lost all those names because I thought I saved and I sure did not. What was that man's
Rashad.
name?
Rashad.
Rashad.
Where's
Definitely
Rashad?
Rashad.
I don't think
Yep.
there was any other names that we
Okay.
heard.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad, I'm lost and I'm afraid.
Okay.
Whenever Indy's like, no, not Indy.
Are you about to talk shit about me? Go for it.
Yeah, what's the
What's the
thesis?
tea?
No, I was meant to say half, but I said Indy.
Okay, what's the tea on half?
I was gonna say whenever half's gonna go talk to that man, but then I was like, no, Kai wouldn't do this. I take it back.
Well, I want to know what you would have done.
Oh, well, I was gonna talk to.
Would have bonked him on the back of the head.
Been like, I know you from a different campaign.
I know
Something
you
tells-
from a different life.
Something. Get the fuck out of my head, bitch.
It's like Adventure Time with like the reincarnations, dude.
Oh no, it don't feel so good, Finn.
Oh my god.
You don't feel so good, Rashad.
Reincarnations? What?
Yeah.
We're just
Okay.
waiting for God, you know. Oh, my
Oh,
arm.
He's making
So-
his names.
I will
Yeah,
say that
there you go.
Kai's watching the performers eat. Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, they're just chilling,
Is this-
eating.
Is this
It's
part of
kind
the
Still
of-
in their
act?
costumes because it's only been like a few hours and they probably
They're
did
in
some
their
stuff
costumes?
outside.
Okay, yeah, Kai's looking at them. Not weirdly, just like
Guy's
with
losing your fucking
child-
mind.
she is.
Why
Oh,
would
it's-
you look at them eat?
I mean, you were watching them and they were sitting down in a circle, sweaty.
Once
No,
again, the woman at the desk goes, "Hi, how can we help you?" "Oh, hey, welcome back." You-
Hey.
Yeah. So you guys want something to eat? I think we got some leftovers.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if you go over there, they should have put the pot in the little, thing. But just Ask them where they put the food. I think we have some extras though.
Rashad said that we could have a room for the night, and I was wondering if we could kind of start setting up now.
A whole room. Oh, okay. Well. Ooh.
Did he say a whole room?
Uh.
We don't want to impose or
I mean,
anything.
we've got some extra, canvas. We can probably set up an extra tent for you guys outside, but a whole room. Damn. Oof. Oof.
We don't want to impose.
Kai, you're not circus people. Calm down. Go get food.
I don't. Oh.
I didn't say. I have to say that was me. That was Indy.
Ow! Ow! Shit.
And this secretary or whatever her job title is,
I want to learn about her.
she's sitting there finishing up her own sandwich, and just kind of looks over and just kind of I mean they said they were with the crew, but what brings you guys here? It's a lot of friends, the more the merrier, but hey, welcome. Brings you here?
I just followed half. What's
Yes,
your name?
Fora.
Nice to meet you, Flora. Okay, cool. And then Kai's gonna like sort of drift off behind the group.
Look at you, Sammy.
I don't know where the food is. I'm too scared.
She pointed it out. Kai, please.
Kulon's gonna go walk by the food and grab some stuff for Miss Hamlet.
Yeah.
But what if there's pork in the soup?
Whenever Hamlet gets out and starts, happily eating people food, a few of the troop members go, "Oh my god, that's such a cute pig! Oh, can we pet her? Oh, she's so cute. Can we pet her, please?"
Please, give me better.
If they ask that for Vex, Gob is gonna say no.
Kai's
No.
watching this.
Kulon's gonna ask, well, Miss Hamlet, are you allowing pets today?
She looks at you and she says, "Yeah, I'm feeling fun," and continues eating.
I love that.
I'm feeling fun.
Turn back to the circus people. That's her answer. She said
Did
yes.
she? What? She's amazing. Like they got
Yep,
like
she
one
really is.
one person steps back and is like, "All right, demon pig, cool. I'm out."
Demon pig?
Kai's watching
I mean,
this
it's
like
not
from
very
a
often you
distance,
see a talking pig.
but
having fun, just watching
but the
everyone's
two girls are
reaction.
still like, "Oh my god, she's so cute," and like scratching behind her ears. Hamlet's leaning into it a little bit.
I can't believe
Vex
Hamlet's
walks
a
up
chick
and-
magnet.
I may be doing this exact thing with Solitaire right now, but
Please,
As you
please,
should.
please
as
kiss
you
him.
should.
Kiss him.
he's so far down to the ground though.
But he's a good boy.
He's worth
He is a
it.
good boy.
You
Yeah,
can
he's
cut
enjoying
Give
the
him
head
our
scratches.
words of reassurance.
Hey, buddy.
Reassurance.
Everybody loves you. I know you already know this because your ego is much larger than you, small boy, but everybody loves you, and they wanted you to know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
But so what's going on? There's people
Uh,
petting a pig.
I'm snatching up some food and trying to prolong the conversation about murder as long as I can.
Kai's gonna sit next to Kulon, crisscross applesauce.
The big strong dude picks up the very large cauldron of what looks like slop mixed with oatmeal, and brings it back into the main room and sits down and goes, "All right, here you go."
I love your strongman voice. It's so funny.
But no, Kai's sitting next to Kulon, and she's wanting to talk to the performers, but she's scared at the moment. Give her a moment.
Starstruck.
Yeah, she's starstruck at the moment. Give her a moment.
I can't believe
It's okay,
I'm
take
gonna
your
make
time.
it so Kai dresses up and does a performance.
She's never been to a circus before, please. That's
Are we
so.
gonna talk? I mean, we could rent some tavern rooms. I don't.
I feel like that'd probably be a little more private.
Maybe we
Not
could
that I'm
just wait.
opposed to a tent, but
I
I
wouldn't
also
mind
don't want
waiting.
to impose on these people.
Are you
Huh?
standing by the secretary still,
No.
or are you just kind of okay?
Where is Half? Is he in eyesight?
Well, he's smaller than everyone in here, so
Okay,
probably
but
not.
is he near? Is he near the group?
Yeah, he's near the group.
Ka's gonna say, she's just gonna turn to him and ask, so, do you know, like, when they go to sleep? Because we have some serious discussion
It
to
is
make.
it is the afternoon, so
Great, okay.
Yeah, it is lunchtime.
it is lunchtime.
Just realized
oh, this is the night crew. They're gonna be sleeping soon. Perfect.
maybe after we eat, we could just find a corner, you know?
Where's my homeboy machine?
A corner.
I'm sure there's a room we can talk in. We don't
Yeah,
need
and
to-
by room, I mean like a separate space from
Yes.
away from everyone in the tent.
Yes, I know.
This isn't a tent. This
Yes,
is a
this
building.
is
Like
a
this is an
building.
Wait.
office building.
Oh wait, we sleep. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb.
I'm sure there's an office room somewhere we could go talk in.
I'm so scared.
No, they take a few more minutes to finish up their food, and then Rashad kind of stands up and goes, "All right, crew, well, we gotta get back to it. Gotta do another run through real quick. Is everything set up back, or do we still have to wait for the crew to do that?" And you hear someone go, "I think we're good. You might want to do a once over." All right, yeah. I'll go check. Just 15-minute warning, guys. And he steps out back. And
Oh.
everyone gets a little, like, a few people get quieter. Other people start talking a little bit, more frantically, like class is about to start, so they want to finish up their conversation.
Looks like the room's about to be empty.
Well, good for us, because we have some things we need to talk about. Sadly. Ugh.
Just
Like
murders.
murder.
Yeah.
We've got adult things to talk about,
I
like
think
murder
it
and
was-
taxes.
It was elusive in the brothel with the lead pipe.
With the
my fucking
alchemist rapier.
Elusive,
Oh man, we just found a body with a hole in it, and the body was burned from the inside out. I don't know.
That's crazy.
They don't know me. It's okay.
No. It was Zaxxis with magic missile,
in the forest.
in the forest. Yeah.
I don't know that spell.
It's the only spell I could think of in the moment. Okay. My
What about
Fireball?
Eldritch Blast?
yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. It was Axis with Eldritch Blast in the forest.
But sure enough, they start finishing up their meals, and they pile all of the dishes onto a cart, and one of the crew takes that cart back into a kitchen room, and then people start slowly filtering out. A few people are staying, in the room chatting and stuff. And
All right.
Uh,
Could I?
I-
Is there a room we can go into where there aren't any? We don't have an audience.
I mean, sure, but it's yeah, I guess no one else is using it. There's the planning room back there. It's got a nice big board.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
And she just points back to a room and goes, "Oh, wait, you're gonna need the key. Here you go." And she holds up a key that's on like a 2x4.
So it's the fucking bathroom
It's the
pass.
bathroom pass.
God.
And goes, I will need that back, or the boss is gonna be he's not gonna be happy. So, but yeah, just feel free to use that. No one else is using it right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Try and keep it unlocked if you're gonna keep the key, though. It's you know, if anyone needs it for some reason, it's gonna take
So-
precedence. But yeah, no, feel free.
Thank you.
The fucking bathroom pass.
Oh my
go-
god.
We're
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
a planning
into
room. It's
the planning room, and I'm gonna say,
You take the stage, elusive.
is there any chalk Elusive can use to
I mean-
draw on the board with?
There's a little bit of chalk in the room. Looks like half a
Chalk.
stick, and the table is tall. It looks like it's meant for standing. You know, to be like it's a circus's room, so they're not just going to be sitting on their ass. They're going to be demonstrating things. There's no chairs because those just take up room.
Oh,
there's
easy.
just
I
Job
s-
is sitting
I sit on the
crisscross
table, yeah.
applesauce.
What bloody goodness.
So what about the murder?
Kai standing off to the side, a little close to elusive, but not too close to be bothering her.
Not in her personal space bubble.
Yeah.
Now who's doing
Alright,
the
I'm
wall
at the-
sits?
I'm at the I'm at the head of the room. And is there like a
Class
board,
is
a
now in
chalkboard?
session.
Mhm.
There like a chalkboard?
Yeah, there's a
This is-
chalkboard.
This is the
Okay.
assassination classroom.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna okay. Just in advance, Tay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to keep it realistic with
Okay.
like this whole thing. Okay. So
Go fucking wild,
uh,
Elusive.
I feel like I can trust you guys a fair bit. And I'm gonna say this is my hometown. I
Oh,
I grew up in the slums. My mom was she was she worked at the brothel. Not on her own volition. She was fired when she got pregnant, and she died a week later. I know it was them that killed her.
what made you think she was killed?
Kai. She got fired for being pregnant, and a week later she died.
Do you know what she died of?
I mean, we lived in the slums, and I woke up next to her, and she was dead. We didn't have enough. I didn't have enough money at the time to pay for any autopsy, so I never knew. I lived in squalor, but anyway. When I was older, about 16, guy that ran the brothel when my mom worked there, came to me in this pit of shit, essentially, worst of the worst area of the city, and offered me the job at the brothel. I cut his.
You cut out.
That was
You
the
cut
worst
out.
possible time to cut out.
Uh-huh.
I cut his throat open, right in the jugular.
Did anyone catch you?
I mean, no one else was there. And if they were, they wouldn't say anything. They're the type that get the short end of the law anyway.
Okay.
But that was how long was that? 9 years ago now. I assume back then there was kind of a what day?
I thought it was 12.
Oh, one sec.
Wait, no, never mind. Never mind. You're right. 7.
When did you... What happened what did you do?
What do you mean?
After the slicing of throats,
I-
did you...
I hid the body. I skipped town, and I joined up in the military at Serranos. That was, and
And you never
Yeah.
ran into any law? You didn't...
I
You
got
didn't-
out.
you
I mean,
got
they
out?
didn't know.
Do
Why
you
would-
think
Why would they fire your mother and then kill her afterwards if she's already fired?
I don't entirely know, but I think it's the whole pregnant thing. They didn't. I
Maybe
don't
that's what
think
the
they wanted.
firing is for. But why would they kill her? Is what
Um,
Gob's getting at.
I don't
elusive.
think they wanted the accountability.
I don't want to be
For
offensive,
what?
but
What shady shit going on there? I mean, aside from being a brothel.
Huh? Okay.
I don't want to be offensive, but did your mother take any high standard people, like
High profile, I think.
high profile? Yes, thank you. Like not royalty per se, but something akin to that. Would you know
Rich
anything?
people, yes, all the time. Rich people go there all the time.
Do you? Okay, here's a theory I have. Do you think that possibly she um bore the child of a higher ranking official, if you want to say, and they didn't like that, or
That's what I was trying to get at. They probably didn't want that kid going after that official and exposing that he fucked a whore at a brothel. I don't know how to cut that piece either way. Like,
But you don't know who killed her. I'm not just gonna kill a random person that you think killed your mother. No offense.
you don't have to kill him. Technically,
I mean,
elusive.
Well,
Could
then
do the
I'm not going to help you kill
Yeah, if we're
someone.
not. I'm not doing anything on a hunch that involves murder.
Hey, elusive.
Not unless I get paid. And then Gob is gonna sit there leaning against the wall.
that's not what I was getting at. I think the guy that killed my brother is 6 feet under, but his associates not so much. No.
Do you know his name, like who he is, by any chance? Do we have any idea what we're getting into?
I mean, the guy who owned the brothel at the time, I mean, I think his name was Patrick,
Patrick?
but
Uh,
he's long gone. I don't know what the others' names were, but
well, we're gonna be here for a week, and we are looking for a shield, but is it possible we could, I don't know, scope the guy out, get to know him, sort of? Understand what he does and why, or not
I
why,
mean,
or what I'm trying
it's
to get
been
at is, should we at least try to understand this man a little before we try going in guns blazing?
What if we kidnap and interrogate him?
I don't know
Oh,
if that's a good idea. But
It's a very high profile way of going about things.
Yeah.
Yes, there was
No.
a very tiny man, a very, very, very large dragonborn, a smaller dragonborn, some lady with a cat, some guy with a pig, and a lady with a bear claw.
no, if we're kidnapping someone, we can,
It wouldn't be now.
okay, but I'm just saying, we cannot get in trouble with the law in this town. That's just the one request I
Yeah,
have
definitely
for
not keen
everyone
on getting
here.
arrested after
You sound
3 times now.
like you have history.
We cannot get arrested here, please. Just that one thing.
Okay.
Just if you
Well,
do something illegal, don't get caught, please.
Why not?
I'm sorry, do you normally want to get caught doing illegal things?
Exactly.
No, she just worded it particularly for here. So,
Well, I
what
mean,
are you so
Elusive
worried
has
about?
a track record, so we're just trying to avoid that step in our journeys again.
Do I believe? Do I believe him, God?
Roll an insight.
Same.
oh
Oh,
no! Oh god!
Shit.
Oh.
Everyone's coming after me.
Okay.
Uh,
More us coming after our intuition.
well, Kulon,
Yeah.
if you're being deceptive, you want to roll me just like to the GM.
Fuck, I don't know how to do that.
There should be a toggle on your character
Yeah,
sheet.
on the top, like advantage, disadvantage. There should be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my gifts are back. Yes.
All right, and you want me to roll deception?
Sure. I mean, if you're lying or trying to hide something.
Oh, I'm not really lying. More persuasion, right?
I mean, if you're telling the truth,
Which
like
is
in
true.
full, and you're not hiding anything, then you don't have to roll anything. But if you are trying to hide something, go ahead and roll me in secret, so that I'll know
Okay.
the number and I can describe what's going on.
But what do you want me to roll?
Whatever one you're doing.
Okay. All right.
If you're not lying, persuasion. If you are lying, deception.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, you something's not right.
T.
I just know someone that works in the law here, and I would prefer not to have an encounter with them.
Help us help you, help us all. What the fuck do you know about this place that has you stricken with such fear?
I grew up in Blithos as well. Sort of, yeah, I did. But I never thought to go to the slums. I never really thought to go anywhere. I was more in the higher middle class, if you wish to call it that. And,
Oh.
I, lived in I lived with, a worker of the law of sorts. I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't call her my mother. But she works higher up. I've just learned apparently that she is now partnered, and I don't want to encounter her, please.
All right, so we have a murder and someone who doesn't want to see their parents. That's good to know.
See, communication, guys. Team
It's
building.
also my I wouldn't call him my father, but who runs a tavern, and I would prefer not to go there either. If
What
possible.
tavern?
The Merry Reindeer.
Oh,
I was never really welcomed in there, and my father's not a good man, and I don't want to be near him, and I don't want to be near my mother. I don't.
Was that where,
shh.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing.
I don't believe you there.
Okay, we may have visited the tavern, but we didn't know
You did
that
what?
we did. It was
we went in, got a
beforehand.
drink.
We didn't
Boy.
know that. That's where I got the information about the.
The treeple.
Yeah.
Did you don't I okay. I he let you in? Sif? I don't know, maybe he wasn't working.
I wasn't not let in.
Okay, maybe he's just I don't know.
Unless you got something against Dragonborn?
I mean
He's racist. Oh my god.
he never liked me.
You're not a dragonborn.
No, but I look like a tiefling, and he never really liked me or tieflings apparently, and just wasn't happy, I guess.
Wait, why would he care if Sif was there then? Sif's not a tiefling.
I don't know how he would react to a dragonborn personally, but I do know that he has negative
Extrapolating
reactions.
potential racism.
Oh,
Yes.
so he's just a big racist, I see.
Race.
The biggest.
That I remember.
I don't want no goddamn mudbloods in this here tavern. Go get.
But I'd rather not have to run into the wall. And Elusive, if you do want to go through with this, I will support you. But if you get in trouble, don't ever mention me, please.
Might just be a pipe dream.
Oh,
But I'd like to see that organization crumble one day. But
well then we can probably
I
send
mean,
in
we'd
like.
like to help, but you know,
I think we
like
need
Kai
more
said,
information.
better to not go in guns blazing.
I know
Thank you.
a long-term goal. Come back sometime. Not now.
We can do it later, maybe, and we just have a lot to do. And there's also the fact that apparently, Kulan's missing husband is here, or possibly here. There's just a lot going on, apparently.
Well,
You smarmy fuck.
let's focus on
How dare you? You.
It's the only reason I named it that.
Run by a
Now, what
racist.
do I name this tavern? Tay says, looking around the room.
That's going to be
Glances
plot
down.
relevant potentially. Maybe the only one I already have merch for.
Glances down at his tit.
Elusive, I actually have a question for you. Did you ever go into the higher class area, or maybe a stuff or a store place like full of books?
Get
Maybe.
to the Cloud District very often. What am I saying? Of course you don't. No, never.
Oh, okay. So you don't know about. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So Donovan worked with some shady people, huh?
Oh, Kulan, take the stage.
Okay, so this is what I know. His dad was a douchebag that he owed a shit ton of money, and then he went and died, and yeah, so Donovan was kind of in a binding contract that his dad set up with them. At least that's how he explained it to me, sort of. He didn't really like talking about it, and it's not like I mean, I met the occasional person that would come by and talk to him, and there are the people that were like dropping off the work, but I don't know. I don't know anything about them other than their name and that he didn't really have much of a choice but to work for them. Because he kind of liked being alive.
Unrelatable. That was not gob, that was shade.
God, I have a quick question.
I have a quick answer. What's up?
Do you have a quick answer? Well,
Probably.
while we were out and about, how, like, especially near like the Merry Reindeer, how like varied were the races?
The races weren't super varied. It was still mostly human, but the culture, like the dress, all that kind of stuff, was a little bit more varied than it has been in the previous cities.
Okay.
You said Donovan went missing. Do you know what exactly he was working for to repay his debt?
What? I don't.
I mean, didn't you said that he was like helping hide bodies? And I'm whispering this to Kulan, like he was helping hide bodies or something.
Alright, full disclosure. What Donovan's job was is they would bring him bodies and he fed them to the pigs.
It's
I
okay.
was there to cleanse the bodies and give them clean deaths, but yeah, I guess I sort of assisted in a way.
Oh my god, you're an accomplice!
Well,
Huh? Wait, what did Kulon just reveal?
That he helped hide dead bodies.
Oh.
Some of those bodies are probably my doing.
Oh
Oh.
I'm
my
sorry.
god, you're an accomplice!
God, do you know about the dispatch mode?
Dispatch mode.
Um,
Dispatch.
Dispatch?
Yes.
Dispatch.
Dispatch.
not much. They were a source of my jobs.
Meaning, did you...
They
Shut up,
found
Rebecca.
her, they paid her, she did the thing, she got paid.
I heard of a job, and they were the ones supplying money for it.
Huh. Okay, great.
Yeah, guessing by the
So,
amount of bodies, they had a lot of people like Cobb working for them.
great, I'm full of a group of people that could possibly get caught by the law. And Blossom!
I'd
Hey,
like to think
I
I'm pretty good at not doing that, aside from every time I haven't.
I've only been inside the city once. I don't know what I could be accused of.
I don't want
and
to...
I haven't been here at all, so
Oh, then you probably didn't. They probably didn't cart your bodies all the way out here. Then we were more of a local gig.
Hey, Kuon?
Yep.
And I'm gonna whisper to him, I was like, you said your farm burned down, right?
Yeah.
What do you think happened to the remains?
I don't know about that. I left. I didn't have anywhere to go, so I collected what wasn't burnt to a crisp. It was just a really sucky night. Like,
I'm sorry.
I got in a fight with Donovan. It was weird. We don't fight, but he was mad about, I don't know. He didn't actually tell me. It was one of those disagreements, and then he just kind of, I don't know. We just fought, and then that night the farm burned down, and the last thing I saw was him being grabbed by some people.
God, no. God, I'm gonna ask a very wide question. Do you have any idea why he would be grabbed?
God, would I?
I've already told you what you know about dispatch mode.
um, no. I mean, there's a lot of gray area there.
That's okay. I knew you didn't have the answer, but it was worth a shot.
I
Does
don't
anyone
know
else?
what Donovan was doing, if he was a good person or not, if maybe he was working with another organization, because they don't tend to like that.
Don't think he was working for anyone else. At least I never saw anyone else come by. I mean, what we did was we fed the pigs, then the pigs get sold back to the people in the city, and, you know, that was just routine.
Great.
But he would travel into the city to go sell his pigs, and I don't know, he could have done anything while in there.
Great. Does anyone else have any confessions to make?
Yes, I've never been here in my life.
That's the best
Hey, me
confession I've
too!
heard.
Me
Oh my
too.
god. This is like a relief. Okay, great. Okay. Great. What do we... this is just too much right now, and I
It's
want...
a whole
but I
can of
can't.
worms.
I shouldn't drink. I shouldn't drink. No, 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 no. I shouldn't drink. I swear to God, this place is horrible. Anyways.
So, what else is there to do in Eblosos? What are you guys wanting to do?
Well, now that Kai mentioned the farm, I kind of want to go and investigate the farm again.
Kai was about to suggest that too.
I want to look for jobs now.
Okay.
Now that I know that we're gonna be here for a while.
Well, let's pick up there, looking for jobs and going to investigate next week, because
Oh.
that seems like a natural ending. It's a natural, nice little lull.
That was a
Oh.
good flow